Namaste programs, welcome to the stream and a new game which just sort of popped up on my Twitter feed as having just come out into early access. It's some kind of narrative sci-fi game. So narrative strategy, not really sure what it's about, but it is intriguing me, so I slammed in the buy button. I was sent some money, was my birthday is soon, on my Steam, so I had a bit of cash. Let's have a look at it. It looks interesting. There's a little bit of an intro here. I checked to see if it was working and streamable. Let's watch it.
Are we really alone in the galaxy? Infinite stars surround our world, and aeons ago, intelligent life must have emerged somewhere and slowly evolved into a spacefaring society.
Not necessarily.
Like us, surely these beings would have been drawn to explore.
Can we hear the game? Yes, we can.
So then,
Nice.
where is everyone? Is it simply the nature of intelligent life to destroy?
I mean, it's an interesting idea.
Life they're able to send are in a brief window before that world perishes. Still, no one has come, and no radio signals can be detected across our silent galaxy. Could civilizations ever cross thousands of light years and find more than alien graves? Maybe it's just pure luck that greed or catastrophe have not yet ended our species. Can we make the right choices? Might we learn from our mistakes? Will you overcome the Fermi Paradox?
Will I? Well, we will find out. Coming to PC in 2021? Oh, good. I look forward to it. Here's the thing about the Fermi Paradox. It's a little bit like the infinite monkeys typing on infinite typewriters producing all of Shakespeare's works. I guess that in theory, mathematically, that's true, but I think there's more to making things, to evolution. I think it falls into certain patterns. It falls into certain channels. You know, certain trees and branches happen. So it's a bit the idea that because we exist that there would be other civilizations that are just as intelligent or intelligent in the same way as us doesn't make sense to me. We're on the same planet as cats. I can't talk to a cat. I can't ask a cat how it's feeling. And yet we seem to be under the impression that somehow we'll be able to communicate or have any kind of knowledge of how other life on the universe would work. It'd be completely different. Pick new game session slot. Empty game session slot. Welcome to the early access version of the Fermi Paradox. Try to develop the newly born civilizations of our galaxy so they can send out radio signals as a first step towards establishing contact with each other. Reach the singularity age with at least 4 civilizations to achieve galactic unity. This is a living game and some features are still in development. Stay tuned for regular updates with new stories and artwork. Content warning, this is a game about the rise and fall of civilization. I was reading that. Didn't like me reading. Is it still on my includes themes of war, oppression, and atrocities. Oh good. Oh good. 50 synthesis tutorial access active. You are the galactic gardener. Sapient life will evolve and prosper in our galaxy. Help these civilizations to grow and find each other in the vastness of space-time. But beware, sometimes you have to prevent them from destroying themselves or others. Would you like to play the tutorial? Yes, please. Only a handful of planets have the optimum conditions for life to grow. Click on this star system to take a closer look. In this star system. This one? This one. We're in trouble already. This one. That one. The Tea Garden system. These are synthesis flares. The game is always paused when flares are visible. Only if you collect one of those flares will space-time continue. Teagarden system. No sapient life forms have evolved on this planet. Teagarden, a red dwarf star, is orbited only by the ocean planet Teagarden Prime. The crystalline structure of the surface of the planet gives the island archipelagos their distinct bright red colour. The most dangerous plant in the oceans of Teagarden Prime is the carnivorous seaweed. Carnivorous seaweed. The oceans of Teagarden Prime are filled with flocks of colourful and gigantic jellyfish. So I have to click on a flare? Are they different? Let's just go the top one. You will need to accumulate synthesis to make optimal choices in the future. Rightio. A new civilization is born. With the passing of space-time, new civilizations will emerge and existing ones will undergo major changes. Click on the button in the corner to start your first event. Evolution event. Oh no, we got eaten by carnivorous... What was it? Seaweed. Carnivorous seaweed, I love it. Sapient life evolved on Earth. That was Earth? Why are cave people doing Saturn here? And why are they fighting giant worms? A new civilization is born. A life form on Earth started making simple tools and developed a rudimentary language. But which species will form a Stone Age civilization in the Sol system? Many were increasingly of the opinion that they'd all made a big mistake in coming down from the trees in the first place. Douglas Adams, science fiction author, 20th century Sol system. You're doing good, people who made this game. If you're doing Douglas Adams at me, I'm all for it. The first of many decisions to come. Click on the options to see which species could populate this planet. If you want to choose the balanced species, you have to spend synthesis. On the other hand, picking an unbalanced species will generate a lot of synthesis. Choose wisely. Click on the continue arrow to confirm your choice. So, balanced species will cost 30 synthesis. Sol system. Sol, a yellow dwarf star, is orbited by the garden planet Earth and various rocky inner planets and outer gas giants. On the northern hemisphere of planet Earth, remarkable fjords can be found. Another Douglas Adams nod. The flora of Earth is very multifaceted, from bright ocean vegetation to vast rainforest jungles. The fauna of Earth consists of many different animals, from gigantic ocean creatures to millions of different insects. If we get to a point where civilizations can develop digital watches, then I'll know you're Douglas Adams fans. So, unbalanced is plus 20, standard is 0, and balanced is minus 30. Do we want to try and give Sol our good push? Are we Sol-centric here? I think so. Let's give it a go. The Dolphins! A new civilization is born. The Dolphins, schools of playful sea mammals exploring the endless oceans. Goodbye and thanks for all the fish. The first civilization is born. Magtaeus, hello, how are you? This is your first sapient species in the galaxy. Take good care of them. Others will evolve at a later time. You, as the galactic gardener, will be responsible for them too. Dolphins. Well, you know, I went from, I think I'd seen something about it a while ago, but had forgotten about it. It wasn't on my Steam wish list, but I saw a tweet that it came out, and I started looking into it. What's this? I'm like, yeah, no, I have to play it. I don't know what a narrative strategy game is, but it's, you know, it seems to be right up my alley. Hey, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it. How you doing? Where are you from? Let me know a little bit about yourself. I am an Australian who lives in France. And as you can see, I'm old. I'm not your usual Twitch streamer of 20 years old shooting things in the face, although I do that sometimes. Civilization overview, tech level. To leave the Stone Age, this species has to gather more knowledge. Population. Few people inhabit this planet. Greater numbers are more resistant to disasters. Danish based in Ireland. Another tour. What am I saying? A voyager. A voyager. Excellent. Well, I on my YouTube channel, it's in 2 hours today's video. I do a video every day, and I do a lot of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm doing the bush trip through Denmark, so I'd never really seen much about Denmark. I've been now exploring it in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and looks lovely. What a lovely place. And Ireland. Ireland, a lovely place too. You know everything's a lovely place. Let's not kid ourselves. Resources. If the resources of this planet are exhausted, this civilization will perish. Harm potential. Be observant. War can be the downfall of any society. Ethics. People headed towards utopia will handle future crises better than those approaching dystopia. Oh, excellent. Excellent. I appreciate you dropping in. What am I supposed to be clicking here? This one here, I guess. Look, more flares! You can choose different outcomes now. Conserve the natural resources of this planet, or generate some synthesis to use later, or increase consumption to gain much more synthesis. Remember that the game is always paused when you collect flares, so you can take your time. Alright. So that's got like plus what? Beast herds, I guess. And this is what, something neutral, and then that's minus beast herds. What does that mean? So we've got Stone Age, level 0, 1.5 million dolphins. Home of the dolphin tribes. 10,000 beast herds, resource scarcity in 26.5 thousand years. Potential casualties per 100,000 because of war. And we're in dystopia or utopia. What's this button here? Nothing. I don't know what these do then. So, plus, I don't feel like I need any more beast herds. But do I want to minus the beast herds? What does it mean? What does it do? If you pick the negative effect bubbles, then it gives you more of the resources. What I gather from a few of the videos is that the more often you choose a specific type of action, then it switches the costs around. Negative, it gives you more of the resources. So this would be more beast herds? This would be less, maybe? I'm just going to go with this one, just to see what happens. Oh, this will tell us. Civilization values can be changed in many ways. Tech level, to increase or decrease the research of this civilization. Population, to increase or decrease the population growth. Resources, to increase or decrease the resource consumption. The consumption, right. Yeah, so if I'd done negative there, that probably would have gone down, and then scarcity would have taken a lot longer. And the plus gives a bonus to the resource or corresponding resources. Okay. Harm potential, to increase or decrease the intensity of deadly combat. But why would we... I guess... Yeah, I guess if I pick more of these things, they don't show up. And it's basically random, so there'd be a point where I could probably bring the harm down, but then I'll only be able to bring the harm up or something. Ethics, to increase the dystopia level or increase the utopia level. And chance. Randomness will happen with a small chance of generating a lot of synthesis. So I got, like, one synthesis? Was that the one I picked? Is that what I did? That was like a random one. Upward arrow, a navigation arrow to go to the galaxy overview. Boom. Blank ones give you a random event. The question mark ones potentially gives you even more synthesis, but have higher chances of bad events. Okay, cool. Excellent. The galaxy is your garden. It will take a great amount of care, and hard decisions have to be made so that all species can survive and flourish. Will you be able to guide them so that in the far future they can leave their planets, cross thousands of light years, and find each other? If you need to know more, go to the How to Play section of the game menu. So that's it for the tutorial. I'm dumped into the deep end. So, where's Earth? Is Tea Garden Earth? No. Oh, Dolphin Tribe. So this is all Earth here. If you want to farm synthesis, you want to take the negative bubbles and certain events. Right, I see what you're saying. Yeah. If you want to favor a species, you can mess up in this. Yeah, okay, cool. I getcha. Yeah, so what you're saying is the negative ones will give me synthesis, and the positive ones will probably not give me synthesis or take it away. Gotcha. So what do we got here? We've got something near Kepler, something near Wormwood. Can I click on these to see what they're all about? Yeah, okay. Oh, so this was... Okay. Wormwood, an orange dwarf star, is orbited by the lava planet Wormwood Prime and a dense comet cloud. The surface of Wormwood Prime is covered in hot lava, and the atmosphere is filled with toxic green volcanic gases. The microorganisms feed on the freshly cooled magma to cover the landscape with tiny holes. The green rivers and lakes of Wormwood Prime are home to millions of different species of snails and insects. Spinning circles, not a timer. It progresses the game if you click a bubble event. Okay, cool. Yeah, I wasn't too concerned about... It doesn't feel like a time... Given you have to read a lot of stuff, I doubt it would... What does that do? Oh, that just moves to the next system. Wait, they've all got these. So, alright, okay, so there's these things just out in the middle of space, and then there's also... So, would there be more stuff here? Yeah, okay. So I could focus on them. Hey, thank you for the you know, you obviously read up on more than I have. Literally, it was an hour, maybe 2 hours ago I bought it. I went for a walk, did some shopping, came back, started the stream. Sometimes, you know, usually I research games pretty hard before I buy them or pay them, but something about this, I was just like, I have to. I don't know why, it just looks like my kind of game. Maybe it isn't, maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. So that's, we already had that. So that'll go back to the galaxy. This will go back to Sol. I suppose all these things. So what do I want to do here? Let's just see what this is. Volcanic activity brings forth a new island from the oceans of Rigel 7. Okay. And then Dolphin tribes have had an event. Growth in Sol. Galaxy bubbles affect the universe. The bubbles on the planet affect the planet and species. Okay. And you just sort of, you know, either decide that you're going to do galaxy ones or, yeah, okay, cool. I like that. I like that. Lots of choice, it seems. I need some water. At the confluence of 3 rivers, the Dolphin tribes, the Dolphins find an uninhabited valley with plenty of luscious food and without any competition or predators. Oh, good on you, Dolphins. They don't look like dolphins. They can settle and grow in peace here. Dear Littlefoot, do you remember the way to the Great Valley? Follow the bright circle past the great rock that looks like a long neck and past the mountains that burn. I'll be in your heart, Littlefoot. Let your heart guide you. The land before time. My God, this is all my childhood. Yeah, okay. Cool. You know, and I guess you could do one playthrough where you just focused on just the one planet and see what happens. Another playthrough where you sort of randomly pick everything. Yeah, but you can switch, you know, but trying to decide, but not knowing what the bubbles do, yeah, you can choose whether it affects a planet or a species or the galaxy. I like that. I like that. All right, so we've got civilization pillar, regular development, a dead end. So this will be more dolphins. That'll be a lot more dolphins. Oh, well, that was kind of what I liked, because it, you know, what I did read of it, I mean, I read the full blurb on Steam, well, at least most of it, and I thought, you know, I like the idea, I like emergent storytelling games, you know, games that just through RNG and just through various things happen, it tells its own story. That's, I think there's a lot of, I don't think there's been a game yet that really nails that. No Man's Sky sort of almost started that. Yeah, so this will cost me, I've only got 23 synthesis, so I'm thinking either just regular development or dead end. So I do dead end if I didn't want that to go up, but I do. I want some more dolphins. The abundant food sources of the valley let the dolphin population grow and thrive. The valley will feed the dolphins for generations, and they'll find many more valleys like this on Earth. Or the dolphins pollute the rivers and all the delicious food begins to shrivel and rot. No, I'm trying to take care of the dolphins, but I don't want to spend my synthesis just yet. And if you keep picking the same option, it changes the cost gain from the option. So, okay, it goes from minus 20 to minus 50. Okay, so it gets, yeah, worse and worse. Okay, good. That's good. I like to hear that. Let's hope it's balanced. I mean, it is totally early access, so I'm sure it's not going to be as balanced as it could be. Sorry if you can hear that. There's someone outside, for some reason, speaking at the top of their lungs. And so option 3 goes from giving plus 20. Oh, I see. Right. So if I'd done dead end and got it again... Alright, okay. I like that. Alright, so we need to collect another flare. Do we want to do it with the dolphins, though? So we've got more flares up here. Doesn't tell me what the flares do, right? Yeah, no. If you're just wondering why I suddenly was looking around, it's just, yeah. I've got sound suppression on my OBS, and so you probably can't hear it, but I live with my 98-year-old grandmother, so, you know, I'm always listening out in case she needs help or something, so... if I suddenly get up on my chair and run off, then that's why. Not unfortunately, she takes precedent over streaming. When there are neutral ones, it's random. It only gives you a +1 synthesis. Right. So these would be random +1 synthesis. That's why I have 23. So actually... these are all just random ones now. Let's go through and see if we can find another... I don't think it was meant to do that. Here, take me to the next... No. Alright, I found my first bug. Wait a minute, hang on. Was there also... No, that was just what the system was about. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen a question mark one, although it did mention it. Let's see Ryko. Ryko, a blue supergiant star, is orbited by the ice planet Rigel 7. Rigel? Like Nigel? I'm going to go Rigel. And 3 smaller stars in proximity. The chemical composition of the ice crystals on Rigel 7... Oh no, I've just changed my mind. Rigel 7 gives the polar caps a greenish colour. For an ice planet, Rigel 7 has a rich diversity of resilient flora. Every animal on the planet develops some kind of fur, even the ocean, fish and bird species. That sounds cool. Wonder what happens if you keep boosting a planet without any species? Yeah, good question. I mean... It looks to me like there's a whole bunch of different ways you could play this. Let's see. I guess you wouldn't get to the end. They wouldn't communicate with each other. I don't know if that's that's the only way you get an end game. I don't know, that they have to communicate with each other. So it seems to me like we need another planet to start up. So let's click this here. Volcanic activity bring forth a new island from the oceans. I already had that. I already had a new island. What does that do? An asteroid impact destroys a dominant animal species. Oh, excellent. My attempts to get Ryko to start up here, a freak mutation creates an unusual life form in the land region of Rigel 7. Alright, Ryko's proving to be completely useless. Let's have a look at Trappist. Trappist, an ultra-cool dwarf star, is orbited by the desert planet Trappist Prime and multiple other habitable planets. Trappist Prime is tidally locked with one side permanently facing the star. Half of the surface is hot and always bright, while the other half is drenched in permanent cold darkness. It takes only a few days for Trappist Prime to orbit its star. This leads to a drastic temperature and season changes in just a couple of days. So far, only simple cellular organisms have evolved on the other habitable garden planets of the Trappist system. Look, that just doesn't sound like a good time. It's going to have all sorts of trouble. I guess we just go back to the Dolphins have no knowledge of alien life forms. Ah, that's different this time. So wait a minute, does it do different each time I go in? No, it's because I did something on Ryko, probably. So this is plus growth. That's minus herds. Again, I'm not quite sure why I would do that. Maybe I will. Let's try it out. The Dolphins processes earth plant biomass into new materials. Hello, I'm me. Looks complicated to you? Looks pretty simple. You just click on buttons and things happen. Clears all the bubbles each time you pick one anywhere. Okay, cool. They're all randomly reselected. So did that go down at all? It went down by like 1. So what's this? Dystopia, so plus utopia. That's random. More dolphins. Do I want more dolphins? Not really. Oh, thank you, Magteas, for a gifting sub to I'm Me. It's very kind of you. I'm Me's actually my mother, who's in Australia. She's on the other side of the planet. It's middle of the night over there, so thank you double kindly, Magteas. Appreciate you very much. Very kind of you. She's probably on her phone or her iPad, so if she doesn't thank you immediately, that'd be why. She probably doesn't know what a sub is either, but anyway, please thank Magteas for for the sub. You can now access the one emote I have, which is this one here. The Cold Heart French Australian. I don't even know what it probably won't be the one emote. I'll have that. I'll re-edit that eventually, but. So let's see. What do we got? Do I want that? Utopia sounds good. Yeah, let's go Utopia. The Dolphins composed an epic poem recounting their history. Good work, Dolphins. Alright, so these are all just random now. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. That was something I put together very quickly when I went from, streaming to basically no one to all of a sudden when I was playing some GeoGuessr getting affiliate. And so I had to quickly come up with an emote so that it could get, because it takes days to get approved. Well, it means you're subscribed to the channel. So Magdeus has paid for you to have a 1-month subscription to my channel. And yeah, it gives you won't get ads when you're watching now. If you were already getting ads, I'm not sure. And yeah, you can, if you click on, there's a little smiley face at the end of the chat box, you can actually see all the emotes you have access to. And in my channel, there'll be one available that you can click on and type it in the chat. I'm sure there's other benefits of subscription, but off the top of my head, I'm not sure what else there is, but it just makes you a part of the community. Not that you weren't already, being my mother, but no sapient life forms, no sapient life forms, no sapient life forms. So I'm just wondering whether they're all going to be just random and none of them special. Did I already read that? No. Jungles of Kepler-4 consist of trees and bushes that grow their branches in circular spirals. I like circular spirals. Let's go. An animal species on Kepler-4 shows signs of higher cognition. Come on, Kepler, can you... Let's go. Let's do this. Extinct plant biomass on Kepler-4 slowly transforms into fossil fuel reserves, and the dolphins are going forward. What's going on, dolphins? A great war! Fucking dolphins. It's always the case with these dolphins. They're bloody trying to kill each other. Could be. Maybe if the bubbles are neutral, then you could use the bubbles on another planet. Yeah, I sort of feel like you don't really want the random ones on the planet you're trying to develop, right? Because anything could happen. The War of the Flame. Only a few dolphin tribes know the secret of fire. The flame is protected by sacred firekeepers, but bands of warriors gather to obtain the precious red flower. Then the tribes they came to steal their fire, and the wolves they howled into the night as they fought a vicious angry battle to save the power of warmth and light. Iron Maiden. Metal band. 20th century. Soul system. Yeah, I think the people who wrote this game are probably my age. You know, children of the 80s and 90s. I'm all for it. Well done. So, we can have peace for +0. We can have total war. So, why we had such little chance of war and yet we're already having wars? I'm outraged. I am outraged. So peace is unafraid of the initial sparks of conflict. The firesmiths eliminate the secrecy of fire by sharing the knowledge of the flame with all who are prepared to listen. Regular conflict. The flame wars cost many lives among the dolphins as their sages stubbornly refuse to share the knowledge of the fire sticks. 100,000 casualties. 300,000 casualties. But where does... So, this is what they're eating, I guess? So this would be, 300,000 of these people dead? Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to go peace, but I just wanted to see what it was saying. Yep, we're going peace. I mean, if, future playthroughs, if I want to just be as, evil as possible, that might be the thing. But we're going for benevolent God here. We're not going to, we're trying to bring them up, not push them down. So we've got a plus utopia. That might be cool. Conflict was resolved on Earth when firesmiths took inspiration from their treasured flame, aspiring to share warmth and light by the generosity and wisdom of the fire. Thus the flame came to symbolize peace as free exchange of knowledge became common practice between different tribes. Okay, I'm going to do that. Oh no, that's what I just did. And I'm going to do this. The Dolphins build an astonishing monument on Earth. Oh, here's our first question mark ones. On the northern hemisphere, yeah, we've already got the fjords. We've already got the fjords going. Alright, we have to science this up. So is this like a space one maybe? And this one's somewhere on the planet, and this one's deep in the planet or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. Let's do this random one. Wise folk manipulate the dolphin tribes for personal gain. Oh. I see. I see. The dolphins planted their roots in the soil of a bountiful natural garden on Earth. The land provided ample nourishment. So this is just stuff I've read before. So we've got more utopia. We've got another random. That gave him a science bonus. Right, up here, yeah. I'm going to go... We're doing a utopia run here. The Dolphins composed an epic poem recounting their history. You already did an epic poem. How many more epic poems can you possibly do? Oh, what's this one? So that would be... That's just going to increase the chance of war? Well, I don't think so. And that's going to decrease... Alright, see, this is where we go. I don't like any of those. It's time to go to another planet. Oh, that's right, I can't if I go to Sol. I have to go up here. So if you select a bundle with a resource bonus, then it doesn't give you any synthesis. Yeah, that did seem to be the case. You're right. Did it say that before? Yeah, whether you get synthesis or not, I'm not 100% clear on. -5 beast herds. So, let's have a look at Sirius. Sirius, a binary white star system, contains the desert planet Dog Star and additional rocky planets. Constant orbital changes between the dual stars turn the landscape of Dog Star into a vast desert. The main source of water is the rare sulfur seas hidden deep in the desert. Most of the fauna are nomadic, and they often circle the planet's surface multiple times in their lives. Okay, cool. So let's click on that one. Seismic activity produces a new mountain range. See, do we then want to go back to Earth and then see what's new? It's all -1s now. I wonder if that's just because I did too many +1s. Too many +1s. Let's go back to... No, hang on. What was the other one I was looking at? I've already forgotten. Ryko I started with, but it seemed to be... This one was a waste of... I didn't think it was going to be easy. Let's just do a galaxy one. Let's do this one. 2 major species on TRAPPIST Prime begin to interbreed. Oh, how shocking. I am shocked. Maybe give them another dystopia one and see how much synthesis... Okay, good idea, good idea. Next time I see that. Bit of science. The Bronze Age. I accidentally clicked there, didn't see what that previous screen said. In the Bronze Age, the Dolphins begin testing the limits of their planet's generosity by cultivating crops, raising animals for food, and clearing forests in order to build primitive cities. Early mining and metalworking skills allow them to craft better weapons and tools, and they learn how to document knowledge via written language. What's this music doing? The drones of our hive started digging out the metal ore. This was the beginning of our path to grow from a feeblish swarm and to become the World Eater Empire. Hive Queen Whirl, Artemy Emperor, second cycle, Wormwood system. Wormwood system. It does look like, yeah, I don't know. I've had a lot of Utopia buttons though, so whether that's just random or whether, you know, if you wanted to get Utopia up, that's very hard, or who knows? Who knows? So let's see. Wisdom to cost synthesis. The Dolphins apply their newfound knowledge and communication skills to societal improvements in the budding disciplines of medicine, law, and philosophy. Hello, Ferris Animus. Welcome. Good evening to you as well. Oh, would be interesting to do wisdom. Gives them science bonus. Okay. Yeah. Well, it seems to me that would be the thing you'd want to grow as quickly as possible. Get them into the better ages. Although maybe that means more war once they're in sort of our time frame. I've got enough synthesis, so that's what I was going to do. So let's have a look at advancements though. New techniques and tools allow the Dolphins to explore new areas, preserve their natural resources, and develop early infrastructure. Or defense becomes, so that will minus war casualties and also minus utopia. Defense becomes increasingly necessary as dolphins begin exerting more power over one another and hunting bands evolved into primitive armies. Maybe a way to push their tech level up. Yeah, look, I agree with you. Let's, so this should be plus Utopia, which is kind of what I've almost been going for so far. Sort of falling into aiming for that. And then definitely plus, yeah, science up there. Let's go. Let's do it. So we did a tiny little bit to science, tiny little bit to that. I see you're confused by the architecture. Well, I've only just started. I don't know that they're confusing. I just think I don't know what I'm doing yet. So, but yeah, there was a bit there where I wasn't 100% clear what it was getting on about, but we're getting there. +5 doesn't really feel like worth it to mess up our only species so far. True, true. Yes, well, that's what I'm trying to do. When I've been trying to get these other planets going, I'm going to go back to Sirius, see if we can get Sirius going. Because then, yeah, well, it said the goal of the game was to get the civilizations talking to one another. So I don't know whether I do want to make one absolutely pick on it, you know? Yeah, minus is always the negative effect plus the positive. So the minus goal increases war casualties. Yeah, okay, so that I am confused about that. Right, because that's what the text at the bottom seemed to say, that if I were to select that, and it makes sense, you're selecting the war option, but then because it had the minus there, you would think that would bring the, you know, the bar down. But no, okay, so yeah, they need to fix that. They need to say, it needs to go the same way as the bar. And once dominant animal species on Dogstar goes extinct. Oh, fantastic. Well, that worked like a charm. Trying to get bloody one of them to start up here, and fluctuation in the chemistry of Dogstar's oceans leads to changes in water color. Oh, see that, you know, last time I picked the one in the sky, it wasn't quite an asteroid one. An asteroid impact destroys a dominant animal. So I'm really destroying Sirius here. Sirius is getting fucked over, let me tell you. Dolphin Ecclesias. Well, thanks for that, Ferris, because yeah, I read that as it would have brought down the casualties, but no, so negative is, it would have raised the casualties. So alright, good to know, good to know. I think Magtea said that earlier, but again, it didn't, that doesn't make sense to me, so my brain's not processing it. Years and years ago, when I was doing computer science at uni, I was, my honours thesis was in user interface. And I've been very interested in UI since, and that kind of shit fucking annoys me. You've got to have it all work together. If it's plus over here and minus over there, it's unintuitive. That's exactly the word. It's non-obvious, and it, you know, that's the kind of stuff that makes the difference between the really polished UIs and the not so polished UIs. You know, the colors work in the same. So if you see a button that's red, that'll be minus. If a button that's green, that'll be plus. You know, if you have them all matched together, and yeah. But I mean, it's early access. I'm sure they'll work on it. Mounted hordes. The riders of the Dolphins roam the wide plains of Earth. They band together in great hordes, outrunning every army and trampling their enemies to the ground. Conquering the world on horseback is easy. It is dismounting and governing that is hard. Wise. Yellow Shukai, advisor of Genghis Khan, 12th century. Good stuff, my dude. Good stuff. Alright, so. Mounted horde. So prevention I can't do. Can't even see what it does because I haven't got enough synthesis. So regular development will be minus death, so presumably plus this. It'll go that way. And this will be even more of that. The mounted hordes turn the Dolphins into a force to be reckoned with. The rider hordes dominate Dolphin society. Civilization is composed of mighty mounted warriors and those who serve them. Oh, you know what? This little green star here, I thought that was some kind of threshold that meant if we got to there, that would be war. But no, this is just if there's a war, 200,000 could be killed. Yeah, it's a good way of putting it. It's lowering a negative. It's a double negative there. It's, look, they'll fix that. They'll fix that. That should just be plus. That should be plus deaths. I mean, it's a symbol of deaths. I mean, it's plus death. You wouldn't misread that if that was a plus. Yeah, so, well, look, I think if there were a war, 200,000 would die. If I were to click on this and get some synthesis, for example, it would, look, let's just do that. You know what? We're sciencing it. I'm going to do absolute power. I know I'm trying to protect the dolphins, but, you know, I don't know. Make it easier to pick option 1 next time. Exactly. See, you know, because I've been peaceful all this time, I've sort of backed myself in a corner. And I don't think this is that bad, because, I mean, we've got 2 million dolphins. If there were a war, losing 10% of them is horrible. It's horrible, but it's not that bad. So let's see how much percentage this increases. Okay, that wasn't... I didn't think it'd be that much. Alright, so we're going to lose 40% of our population if there's a war. You live and learn. You live and learn. The horse-riding Mongol dolphin tribes are just going to go nuts here. Well, the war... We've already had a war too, didn't we? And that's just random. Mounted dolphins are 4 times more killy. Absolutely. I'm just going to keep trying on Sirius here. We've got to get one of these places to perk up. So again, look, I'm not convinced this is just random. Let's see what this is. That's another asteroid impact. I think if it's up in the stars, it'll be a celestial event. And then down here, so that's continental drift, new landmass. Alright, I've definitely clicked out in the stars twice and it's been asteroids. So let's... The 3rd time lucky? No, it is random. There you go. Dynamic wind patterns, nothing to do with it. Evolution event, where? Ah, should have been on Gliese this whole time. I've gone and evolved without me. Just trying to boost Sirius here. A new civilization is born. A life form on Gliese C started making simple tools and developed a rudimentary language. But which species will form a Stone Age civilization in the Gliese system? We've already read, though. This is always the same message. Douglas Adams. It was a mistake to come out of the trees in the first place. You'll have to foster these creatures too. Guide them in parallel with the other civilizations in the galaxy, and one day they may make contact. Since this can be used to help any society, sometimes you'll have to make hard choices to ensure the survival of everyone. Have I read this? No. Gliese red dwarf star is orbited by the desert planet Gliese C and various rocky planets. The iron oxide in the atmosphere gives the rocky desert of the planet Gliese C a distinctive reddish colour. All animals on the planet's surface carry additional water reservoirs and specialised organs so they can survive in the desert. They're basically Fremen. Huge hypersaline lakes divide the land regions, and between their salt crystal shores, vast forests of transparent flower trees are flourishing. Pick the unbalanced species, our short end of the stick. I'm with you. I agree with you. I think that's an excellent idea. I can't do balanced, haven't got enough synthesis. This would be the Rao, aggressive and solitary. These naturally armoured creatures inhabit barren wasteland. Or we've got the Ka. Always hungry and merciless, these nightmarish avian creatures rule the skies. Yeah, I want the synthesis. These guys, I'll take as much synthesis as I can get. And use that on the dolphins, you know? It's a bit cruel, but hey. So let's see, they're very much closer to dystopia. They're already at 23%. It's just 2,000 years before they've run out of food. And they're growing pretty quickly. Alright, well, good luck to you. Good luck to the cars. Here's to the cars. Let's go back to our dolphins, see if we've got anything interesting to do. No, they're all random. We've got 43 synthesis. I feel like I'm going back to Sirius. I'm going back to Sirius. I'm hell bent on doing something for the Sirius system. I forget why now. Nomadic fauna. I like the idea of that. Natural global warming dramatically impacts the climate. I think planets that can spawn civilizations are limited. One of the previous talked about... Oh, really? So it's possible... Or maybe maybe this is the clue, that if they're nomadic, they probably won't make it to Stone Age, maybe? Or maybe it's just random. Trappist, for example, said it was, yeah, it's tidally locked, so I don't think any so far simple cellular organisms are there. Tea Garden had carnivorous seaweed. Gigantic jellyfish. Let's go back to Tea Garden. There you go. On Tea Garden Prime, an ocean-based life form evolves onto land. Well, so we've got at least something onto land. Our land dolphins as well. Reduction in soul. The Great Gardens. Due to the continuous developments within sedentary horticultural communities, more and more beautiful garden complexes are constructed all around Earth. There is increased interest in the physical and mental well-being that gardens can offer the dolphins. When we start to plant trees that never blossomed in our lifetime, only then will our hive really grow. And we had that message before. The Great Gardens. So that would be... Why is this now surface metal deposits? Ah, so once you change into Bronze Age, it changes that. That's interesting. That's interesting. So this would give us more deposits, so less, but then more scarcity with a +2. This plus might at least reduce consumption of limited resources. So then, yeah, this one would be reduced consumption, and this one as well. Resources are the long game kind of resources. Right. So let's see what it says. Gardens are seen as an essential part of any healthy society. Every settlement on Earth is now surrounded by extended, beautiful garden structures. But I feel like this is full. Can I go beyond full? Is this just a waste? Only very wealthy speakers can afford to adorn their palaces with gardens. On the upside, this results in garden design becoming a highly revered art form. Okay. And then a lot of water is diverted to fuel the abundance of gardens, which takes precedence over fertile farmlands. Several generations later, the dolphins suffer heavily due to unusable fields and dried up rivers. It doesn't impact the resources, but how much are consumed. So is this more being consumed? Or less being consumed? The plus on this icon. Less being, so it'll bring this down. And then so scarcity would, we'd go up to 1 million years or something. Right, now that makes sense, because with -30, I'm just going to do this. It's a +2, gives us a bit of plus. I don't know, why not? Means the resources last longer. But then, yeah, again, my question is, because this is already full, is this a waste? I'm going to give us +2 synthesis anyway. Yeah, no, so it doesn't matter that this is full. We've just gone up another 20,000 years that we can survive. Which ain't bad. That's not bad. Let's see. So. Where was it? Glies. It's these guys. It says car now. It doesn't say Glies. So they're all random as well. So if we're just going to go random... Where else could there be? So, ice planet, resilient flora. And all the animals have fur. So, I feel like this is one that could possibly produce life. Any life form, never developed any life forms. So, this one will never bring any life forms, I'm guessing. Right, so that bar is... how much they have, and then now they're using less. That's good. That's good. Tau City is in the demo? Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, this is... Normally I would mind. I don't want, don't want to spoil, but because this is every run is different kind of a game, and also it's early access, it's all going to change, I assume, over the... and Rigel and Apriva. Okay, cool. Well, the ancestors of all animals were deformed deep-sea creatures. Grotesque appearance. This is all aquatic, probably not going to become spacefaring. So this one and this one probably, yes. And we had this one as well. So it might just be these ones. It's definitely not going to be this one. That one's tidally locked, and I find that very unlikely. So, well, look, we'll go back to... We were doing Ryko earlier. We were doing Ryko earlier, so let's get back to randomly doing stuff on Ryko. Climate change on Ryko 7 destroys a major plant species. Oh, good. Just what I wanted to do. A formerly popular species is exterminated by an aggressive predator. Yeah, we're doing well. This is what was happening before. Ryko was obviously insane. There we go. Complex social structures. That's not bad. Again, I feel like the positioning of this... A freak mutation creates an unusual life form on the land region. No. So it's just randomly... I think they should do that. I think it should be... These are space-based ones. These are atmosphere ones. These are land ones or something. Seismic activity produces a mountain range. Excellent. We're clearing up on synthesis here. Ice Age drastically alters the climate. I should be going back each time and seeing if I've got things I want here. No, they're all random. And this one as well. No, they're all random. Yeah, well, look. Having played it for exactly, well, 50 minutes now, here's my thoughts. I think the gameplay is good. I think it's what was I watching the other day? I was watching some demo of a game that was so clearly they've just got all their pretty graphics and they haven't even thought about how the game works. That's the wrong way to do it. Make the game first with really simple graphics, you know. You'd think that they could have like different looking planets and whatnot instead of just circles and lines. Get the gameplay right and then start adding the pretty graphics and 3D. Maybe you can zoom in on the planet. Maybe you see the animals moving around. But yeah, I like so far how the idea of the game, you know. It needs some work on the UI, obviously, with the pluses and minuses being a bit confusing. The car civilization is born. Nice. Come on, car tribes, let's go. Depopulation. Oh. They're killing each other already. Yeah, sure, you should get some sleep. You might get woken up early in the morning by your daughter. I'm me. Thank you. Bonne nuit. Bonne nuit. Solitary wanderers. The car tend to avoid settlements and instead roam the surface of Gliese alone. They rarely meet others and mate infrequently. Offspring are sent away as soon as they reach adolescence. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. Francis Bacon. English philosopher, 16th century. Oh, they're like me. They're the introvert planet. They're suddenly my favorites. So, that will... Okay, so prevention. Loneliness overcomes the car, so they reject their solitary lifestyle to once again band together in clans. Or, many car prefer to be alone. Surviving and caring for offspring is much harder for these loners, so population numbers start to decline. Yeah, I feel like... Urge to Wonder... I don't know, because I've done the third one too often, I guess, or not enough. It's not positive. The urge to wander alone is overwhelming. All tribes and settlements are disbanded, and the car only meet other members of their species once or twice. Look, I'm going to go for this one. This is going to be my synthesis-producing planet. And, you know, we're still at... So let's see, that'll go from 12% growth. Yeah, to 6. That's all right. That's all right, you know. You talk to social scientists, they'll say, you know, 7% growth is wildly over you know, you don't want more than... You don't want that, certainly. 7% growth, I think, is double the population in 100 years. So, you know, on planet Earth, I think, what, we're 2% growth? And that's still way too much. 7%, yeah, we don't want 6% growth. That's fine. We're good. We're Gucci. This will almost immediately get us more growth, though. Or we could have more casualties. Or random. Let's go for more growth, seeing as we just lost it. They found a promising new clan. Alright, so we've got these random ones with question marks that can potentially... Ooh. What's... Oh, that's science. Minus science everywhere? We don't want that. We don't want that. Yeah, they're already more car than the Dolphins. Well, the Dolphins are a utopian peaceful thing. You know, they're too busy. They're too busy being peaceful than, you know, than reproducing. I'm going to go a random one like this. Oh, so it is close to where it's at. In Teagarden, the moon escapes a gas giant's orbit and becomes a dwarf planet. And that will increase casualties everywhere. Don't really want that. These are all... it seems to stay random, right? Here we go. So, don't really want that. Can get more growth, though. I need to increase this for these people. But no, I think it increases the casualties, doesn't it? The minus casualty symbol means more casualties. At least it did before. And, oh, okay, so it's not the whole galaxy, it's just the nearby system, possibly. I'm going to do this one. They found another clan. We're getting their growth back up. Plus science, I'll take that. A remarkable wise person is celebrated on GLSC for their contributions to car society. Okay, alright. Minus science, plus... no. That'll be... No, you're right. Maybe that was... decrease the casualties? Yeah, you were right. You were right. This minus plus thing is doing my head in. It's already doing my head in. So, for example, this would just be for Earth. Let's try it. No, see, oh, it was, okay, it was near Trappist as well. We've got double things for Ryko. I guess it's just to save having to go into and seeing what they've got. More car. Let's go more car. Let's do it. Oh, and the Dolphins have got something. The Dolphins reach the Iron Age. Good work, Dolphins. Dolphins with swords. Empires and trading states rise to power in the Iron Age. The metalworking Dolphins forge tools and develop the skills needed to create simple machinery. While expanding theological discourse could provide them with a sense of purpose and a moral compass, organized religion also has the potential to bring about great atrocities. For here now is the age of iron, never by daytime will there be an end to hard work and pain, nor in the night to weariness when the gods will send anxieties to trouble us. Okay, I like you. Hesiod, Greek poet. I love the Greek poets. Alright, so... this would be... see, again, minus that symbol is almost certainly more casualties. So plus that symbol would be less casualties, yeah. So whenever you see a plus, it's going to be a good thing. Whenever you see a minus, it's going to be a bad thing, even though... it's just this one that's... well, this one and this one that don't make sense to me. So for plus 5, I could go back towards dystopia, but with more... we've got way too... we can't have a... you know, 60%. How did that happen? How did that happen? We're doomed. Do I want to use this then? More plus, more that. Monks transcribe knowledge in books that scholars are eager to get their hands on. As ever, Dolphinity looks to the heavens for guidance. Dolphinity, we're doing Dolphinity. We've got a lot of synthesis. Need to reduce that though. Really do. Do I want to alter the planet though? If you like Ferris, I'm yeah. It's, I'll get there eventually. But yeah, let's go through it, I suppose. So, plus science will make it go that way. Minus science will make this go that way. Plus that symbol will go that way. Minus will go that way. Plus this will make it go that way, but this will get bigger. Minus that will get smaller. Plus this, the casualties will go up. Minus this, the casualties will go down. No, it's the opposite, because the plus is the good thing. So plus this will make this go down, which is just weird. It's just weird. And then this one, it's, yeah, this way or that way. It's very odd. Very, very odd. I'm going to do one of these. Have I done one of these? They give you synthesis. Right. Where will the gods lead us? Ooh. What's happened, Car? Oh no! They're all dead. The gods have led us nowhere. A massive asteroid breaks apart when entering the atmosphere of Gliese C. Fire rains down from the sky and threatens to destroy the world. Each time he threw the stone, it returned to him, and as he kept going along, everywhere behind him a fire was burning the whole world. The mischief done, Snipe tried to save himself and escape from the burning world. Miwok myth. Alright, let's go. Science doesn't increase the bar directly, but research progress over time. Okay, cool. Yep, I think I understand that. Is there... But what's negative science? Population increases, decreases growth. Okay, yep, cool. Cool. Oh no, I can kill them all. The land burns and the sea boils. The entirety of Car civilization is wiped out by this incident, but it gives me 40 synthesis. Oh no! Magdaeus, can we just wipe them out for a nice little 40? Negative science decreases progress. Not sure if it can go negative. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen a negative. No, I have seen a negative science. It was one of the ones that popped up in the galaxy map. Minimal survivors. Most tribes burn to death as one hemisphere is engulfed in flames. 3.3 million lives lost. But we are at growth 12%. And then the asteroid disintegrates into tiny fragments. The fire from the sky looks terrifying, but is mostly harmless. I think I'm going to save them. It's probably a waste of synthesis. This one, maybe. Basically, if you keep boosting science, the bar will feel faster. Even you... Right. Okay, so that's what. So plus probably makes this go higher, which means the bar goes faster, and minus just means it will take longer. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Cool. I think I'm going to do this one, and I hope that 100,000 Car can come back. Let's find out. Let's find out. Do they have it within them? Nice. Oh my god, I feel really bad about that. The poor Car. The poor Car. 21,000 years. Don't really need that. Fucking 116%. If there's a war, they all die. If I can. I don't have a... I'm going to go this one here. Let's get some synthesis. Will once again fire rain from the sky and destroy this time our world for good? No, it didn't. Alright, alright. Calm down, organ. Calm down, organ music. Have we got anything special here? No. Let's do a Dolphin Republic. The Dolphins are now able to increase the size of their cities and are able to reach more regions on Earth. Okay. The Iron Age technology let the Dolphins harvest the biomass resources on the surface of the Earth. Okay. More random events. So, resources. Plus, reduces consumption. Minus increases consumption. Yeah, so this will go up for a plus. And it'll go down for a minus. So it's really this side of things that's the important thing for the plus and minus. Except for the casualties again, in that minus that symbol will... No, it'll lower the... No, it'll increase the casualties. That's... It's this one that's the problem. I've said it before. That makes no sense. It's just... It's backwards for this. There'd be no reason to have plus casualties. No, that's how I would read it. I would read it, you'd have more casualties, even though that's a negative event. Anyway, weird. Yeah, potential casualties plus decreases them, minus increases them. They just need to flip that around, and it would make more sense. A growing city expands influence on Earth. The Dolphins found a promising new city. What do you mean they found a city? Right, so... militarization. Okay. Okay. So, here's what we need to talk about. So, this is it. This plus this is going to reduce the casualties. Is that right? And I'm going to click on it just... I'd rather this, but I'm going to click on it just to prove it. Yes. Okay. That's wrong. That's user interface wrong. Turn that around. Casualties minus. I want less of that. Yeah, well, we do have a lot of dolphins, though. Dolphin sword fighters lay down their iron swords and abandon the art of war. Oh no! Dolphin sword riders. So now we've all got bad things. Now because I selected a bunch of plus things, we've got a bunch of bad things. Can we save car so that this music calms down? Here we go. We definitely want this. Plus growth. Come on, car. You can make it. It was just a tiny little asteroid. Uh-oh, the Dolphin Republics. What's going on? What's going on, Dolphin Republics? Consumption in Seoul. The hunting guilds. Due to sophisticated traps and bows, the hunting of wild animals become much easier. Being a hunter turns into a lucrative profession, and a guild system is formed in the big cities of Earth. Until the lions have their own historians, the history of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. Chinua Achebe, Nigerian poet. I agree. Good stuff. Good. And then ethics pushes towards utopia, minus towards dystopia. Allegedly affects event costs and outcomes, especially with regards to chances of war. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, we were discussing that at the beginning of the stream. That one's probably the least useful in sort of the early game, but by the same token, it's probably the most useful just to... You want to be on utopia to make the others do all right? Yeah, these quotes have been good. I like them. Especially that the very first one was Douglas Adams, and I am a huge Douglas Adams fan. So... Alright, so let's see. What have we got here? Prevention. The hunting guilds turn into a breeding ground for assassins and mercenaries. They quickly become outlawed. I don't know that I particularly care. We're pretty good for consumption right now, right? Hunting rights are reserved only for the consuls of the Dolphins. They employ the expertise of the hunting guilds to decimate the wildlife around their palaces. And then massive consumption. The hunting guilds rise to power in Dolphin society, and the hunters become reputable consuls even after eradicating most wildlife around the cities. Really? Like, spending synthesis on something that I'm already pretty... We're alright. I mean, I don't think I... You know, if this was like 2,000 years or something, then definitely. I don't know if I want to risk that, because I don't know how bad it'll be. Tempted. I'm tempted. It's my first run through. I want to science it. What? You think this one, Matthias? I think this one. I'm feeling... You know? I know these are the golden children. These are the people we're trying to protect. But, you know, my heart's now with the car. I wiped 3.6 million of them out. I feel bad. And, you know... I want to see how bad this is. So let's see. 3 minuses. We're at 36.1 thousand years. Yeesh. No. Alright, we're still in the tens of thousands of years. So that was 20,000 years. For 3 of them. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. We got some synthesis. Hunter is an honorary title among the Dolphins. Even though their profession has died out with the eradication of all wild beasts, the skills attributed to hunters have risen to mythical proportions. We wiped out all the wild beasts. Excellent. I like that. I like that the Dolphins, they want to be the only ones. They don't want any of these other fucking animals riding around. They're going to make meat out of vats or something, or eat plants, but let's, I don't think we need growth. I actually don't think we need growth. I think we need science. Ah, right, okay. Oh, shit. Jesus. Oh, right, good, because I Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Because, yeah, before it was popping up and I thought they were new things, but then it was showing me stuff from before, and I'm like, how do I find out what I was just reading? Excellent. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Let's go plus science. The Dolphins mourn the death of a great scholar who leaves behind an important scientific life work. Good on him. Good on him. Would be interesting if you focused on science. Yeah, it'd be interesting if you focused on any of the bars. That's it. I think there's a lot to this game. It feels quite simple, but you could absolutely... Right now I'm sort of being random about it. We'll have a sort of random run through, see how that goes. But if you just focused on science or just focused on casualties or something, see what happened. Yeah, let's do it. I'm still a bit sad about them. We can put them towards dystopia. They're already on dystopia. Yeah, look, I know I feel bad for them, but let's go more dystopia. An ambitious car, just for the science. One's going utopia, the other one's going dystopia. An ambitious car, scorched conquers new territories. Okay. What's this? Oh, back onto utopia. No, let's see what all of these are. We've got plus utopia here. You can get quite fast through the ages. Okay, if you focus on science, yeah. Well, I was thinking it's almost in order of how useful it would be early on and late on. So I feel like this is the most important one to focus on early on, just to keep things ticking over, you know? And obviously these ones are just trying to keep everyone alive. And then this one, further along the game, I guess, would be more important to try and be over there. But the early game, you still need to keep an eye on it, I suppose. Yeah, well, that's sort of what I'm going for, Magtias, that these will be the ones I'm trying to do the best for, even though I know I said that, you know, I got rid of their resources, but I wanted that synthesis. That's how they get you. That's how they get you with these games. Yeah, I don't want any of that. None of that looks good. Oh, excellent. Thank you. I do need to hydrate. I'm extremely thirsty. It is extremely hot. There is barely any breeze coming through my window here. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a very quick intermission. I just need to go check on my grandmother, and I usually get up and walk around about 1 hour into the stream. We're 1 hour 15. So everyone, you know, get up, walk around. Don't be stuck if you're sitting on your ass. I'm going to do that. I'll be back in 2 minutes. That's my grandmother there. That was me recording her playing some puzzle books or something, or you know, crosswords. So she's a gamer too at 97 years old. Alright, let's continue. Where were we? So, well, these are the guys I'm trying to get into dystopia. That's not going to work. Let's just do a random one. This one. The car developed a new form of artistic expression. See, on here, it just, you know, instead of having to look at what changed, I think it should say, you know, for these random ones, plus science, plus whatever. Oh, thank you, MacDias. I appreciate it. I've got the text-to-speech set to French, I think, so I... What was that trying to say? Just bits. Cheer or something. Anyway, that's crazy. I thought it would just be a French accent, not trying to actually translate it. Yeah, I think it must be trying to say cheer. Anyway, that's pretty funny. Let's see if we've got anything better for Earth. Oh, here we go. Let's go plus science. Is that just for Earth? Yes, it is just for Earth. Nice. Right, yeah, it's... Oh, okay. I just get 1 bit. It doesn't say cheer. That's weird. That's weird. Contributions to Dolphin Society. Good work. Don't want that. Don't want... Well, they're just random. What are we doing with the car here now? We could go less science for them. Do I want to do that? Not really. Not really. Let's just do a random one. Do the spirits look on us with kindness? So that was less growth, but more of that. Again, I wish these ones and these ones give you more synthesis, don't they? No, didn't give me any synthesis. The car grow to fear their ruthless chieftain. Oh, we definitely need this. We definitely need this. Yes, yes, grow, my car, grow. Normal flares only give you synthesis, but what are the question mark ones? They can give you 5, I think, right? But so that one gave me nothing. Development event. They are scorched. Ooh, knowledge. Story tattoos. As a rite of passage during adolescence, the car tattoo their skin with vivid details about the history and knowledge of their people. The art of creating these tattoos is passed down from generation to generation. In Polynesian culture, we have a word called mana, which means power and spirit, and is the basis of my tattoo. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, American actor. The question mark bubbles can give anything, bonuses or negatives to resources, potentially also synthesis. But the car have positive scientific progress, so each flare you click, they progress a little. Right, of course. Yes. Because that just moves on when time moves on, which moves on when I click on something. Right. So, we could go Super Stone Age here. Creating and wearing story tattoos are among the highest honors of the car. Within a few generations, everybody is completely covered with the sacred images that vastly expand their society's awareness. Yeah, the car, especially that they're named Car as well. Tattooed flying murder birds that survived literal Armageddon. Well, the movie Armageddon metal. They were down to 100,000, they're up to 212. The growth has gone down again. That's no good. Regular development. Why would I pick this? It's plus science but minus synthesis. What's this? Vastly expand their thing. The lore embedded in their tattoos help the car to understand their world and preserve knowledge. Their plant-based inks are only semi-permanent, but the designs are studied for as long as they are visible in order to retain the lessons of their ancestors. And then dead end. Yeah, so, but we're ending up with a weird thing here in that because I've been picking middle ones, it's going to cost me to do something that's worse than something that doesn't cost me. Oh, I see. So this one would then go into the negatives and that one would go into the positives. So that's why you would pick dead end, perhaps. But I'm not going to because I want this +3 science or whatever it is. I'm going to do this one, even though from what I'm understanding from what you're saying, that could mess us up later because we want a good thing here, but that'll cost us money. We've got plenty of synthesis. We'll do on this. That'll speed them up. They need all the help they can get. I mean, I don't want them to die, but I want to push them to dystopia, possibly warlike as well. The wise folk of the marked were revered for their ability to tap into the spirit realm as they tattooed gods, beasts, and stars on their people. The symbols revealed an individual's true nature, as well as strengthening cultural memory with ancestral sagas. We do. We need our murder birds. I can't wait for the dolphins and the murder birds to, you know, to meet up and try to kill each other, no doubt. Alright, Dolphin Republics. What have you got? More casualties? Definitely not. Random question mark. What else was in the... Where else could we be? Random question mark there. Let's see if we can get... You know, we can get some... We need some more species. A minor planet is formed from ice and debris in the Ryko system. I don't want a minor planet. The skull was a mess. It's a weird one as well, because it seems to be waiting for an event that would be war, that seems to be random, and then that will be a bad thing. So I guess I can understand the idea of it in that you might want to put points into that if you've got no other choice, right? And just hope that a war doesn't happen. It's sort of the risk-reward bar of it all. If you're, you know, trying to avoid not having to spend it elsewhere or something. Yeah. As I was saying before about UI, anything at all that... this is something I learned in uni, in computer science. You should have a sound. You should make it so that deaf people know what it says. For colorblind people with it, people with lowered vision can do. So if you make it go red or red and green's a bad choice, but different colors for colorblind people, that just helps ordinary people as well. People who don't have color blindness, because every cue just sort of compounds and makes it easier to read. So. Yeah, make all the pluses and minuses move the bars in the same way. So if that means you have to change the casualty to not casualties or whatever, then that's the way to do it. Red and green as well. I agree with that. They'll fix that. That's the kind of stuff that's an easy fix. Like I said, I'm liking how they're developing this. They're building the game, and how it works. It's almost like a board game. It's a I didn't even recall a strategy puzzle game. They're getting that right, and then all of this other stuff they can absolutely improve, and they haven't spent all of their development budget trying to get some fucking sword to look the right color when you don't even know what you're hitting with the sword. You know, 2 major species are interbreeding again. A minor planet is destroyed by an asteroid collision. An ocean-based life form evolves onto land. All right. Well, we need to get back to the Well, the dolphins, they're coming back to us. The dolphins reach the nautical age. All right. Now we can have pirate dolphins. The dolphins develop vessels capable of exploring the farthest corners of their planet. The flourishing traffic of goods and ideas advances the fields of navigation, chemistry, and engineering, while rough pirates sail the sea regions of Earth. Universities house printed books safeguarding the accumulated knowledge of dolphin civilization. The dolphins can now swim. Hooray! We found another land far on the other side of the ocean, a place to breed and to feed on helpless creatures. It is truly a paradise. Yin Lupa, Wormfaith Navigator, Vega system. I like that they've put in some quotes that they've made up from other planets. Hang on, there's no Vega system. Is there a Vega system? Alright, well, so what fresh hell have we got here? So yeah, we're really messing this up. We're gonna have to start pushing down here sometimes. Discovery of new lands and peoples inspire the dolphins to re-examine social and scientific principles. Can't do that. Costs too much. Exploration encourages the dolphins to engineer larger vessels and better food preservation to keep up with the demands of global trade. And then not much of that, but we'll have more war casualties and head towards dystopia, which I don't want to do. At the very least, these guys, I'm always going to push towards utopia. because I think that must be hard to do. Doesn't move very easily. I think this one. Just, it's gonna give some more people. It's gonna bring that up, as you say. Yep, from the resources. I don't want to go towards dystopia. +2 is rat shit. That's not even worth worrying about. Now the only concern would be I probably need to push into this to make this go lower, I think. But no, we'll go the middle one. Let's get some more dolphins and some more. Let's see how much that'll go. So 1. Who knows? Like, it was -3 of those, we lost 20,000 years. That one we got about 15,000 with just one of them. We need to build up option 3. Yeah, I'm still not 100% clear on how that works. So for all of them, if I click on this one, that'll go back up, and if I click on that one, that'll go down. I can sort of see it in my head, but I don't. Given that the options aren't always good, medium, bad, or it seems sometimes it's bad, medium, or neutral, good. So again, I think that might be another not quite how it should be. They've got nothing. What about Ryko? Any interesting things on Ryko? No? Alright, well, just random. Climate change on Ryko 7 destroys a major plant species. Fantastic. Next time we get an evolutionary event, option 3 should yield a lot of synthesis and should hopefully suit the car. I see. Okay, cool. 2 major species on Ryko 7 begin to interbreed. Yeah, they keep doing that. But they're not, we've lost another minor planet. We're just losing minor planets everywhere. I'm going to try Tau Ceti here. New mountain range. What happened there? Oh, it's because this has happened. There we go. Paradigm shift in Gliese. Here's where they'll suddenly become more peaceful or something. Domestication of small predator animals. We've now got hunting, whatever they are. Gliese is home to a species of predator with high emotional intelligence and complex social behaviour. A beneficial coexistence promises to emerge between these approachable creatures and the Stone Age marked, with whom they appear to seek companionship for the benefits of food, petting, and shelter. Dogs do speak, but only to those who know how to listen. Orhan Pamuk, Turkish novelist. The vultures have tamed the drop bears. Where are you from, Ferris, by the way? I forgot to ask. I feel like the tutorial was teaching you how to play checkers, but you're actually... it's actually 4D chess. Well, I think we're out of the tutorial. The tutorial was like 2 screens. It didn't explain very much at all, yeah. Ah, see, this is what you were saying. You're going to get synthesis, but push towards dystopia. Gotcha. Oh, excellent, excellent. I'm just, you know, drop bears being a fairly typical Australian thing. I'm just amazed that it's gone around the world. Everyone knows drop bears. But I did look it up. I'm pretty sure it was an Aussie thing. I won't say myth because they're real. As an Australian, I'm required to say that. So let's see. Cultural ascent. The adorable predators are not only safe from the dinner plate, they are also spared from being handled as property. The concept of enslaving these friendly beasts with cages and leashes is unthinkable among the marked. Nah, that's not what they're like. I see, now they're called the marked all of a sudden. Natural hunters and loyal protectors, the animals play a key role in establishing new clans in dangerous territories on Gliese. The creatures evolve into domesticated servants. Okay, so that'll... resource scarcity will get absolutely murdered, but we'll get a lot of car though. This will go up the war casualties, but also put us on dystopia and give us synthesis. The predatory animals are primarily seen as food, but are also tied to guard posts on the borders of settlements to ward off unwanted trespassers. It's like a more popular haggis beast. Yeah, it's similar thing, yeah. I've heard of the haggis beast too. We do want to get the population up, but the resource is already pretty low. Yeah, I'm with you, Magtias. I think I'm going to have to go cultural expansion, even though that's a nice, juicy +20. This is way too risky. We're already at 81, like... that would put it well over 100%, and any war would wipe them out. So I do want to keep them around, even though I am trying to push them towards being psychopaths. We're going to have to go cultural expansion. In order to keep complex predatory animals pets, Marked sped up the process of domestication by selectively breeding the captive species for neotenous traits and submissive attributes. Eventually, owners would parade castrated dwarf predators around on tethers, describing these animal hostages as their best friends. A little bit of a anti-dog note there. I like it. I've never really thought about that. Yes, we castrate these animals, we put them on leashes, and we parade them around. Human beings, man, we're insane. We're absolutely insane. That's all the random ones, or the normal ones, or whatever you want to call it. Ryko is steadfastly refusing to produce me anything. Halseti. I don't know. Dolphin people. No, it was the car that have the dogs now. The dolphin people are above. They've killed all the wild animals for some reason. Well, because I clicked on that thing, but yeah. Do all of them just be these ones? I think so. He said, forgetting English is his native language. Alright. So, question I had earlier. One of the quotes said Vega system. There is no Vega system. Lies. Let's do this one. See what happens. In Tau Ceti, an asteroid is trapped in a gas giant's gravity well, becoming a permanent moon. How wonderful for it. Oh, does this... Oh, this goes through the ones that... Oh, so it wasn't a bug before that if I click, it goes through the ones I have. That's good. Purse dog, when the rich car fly through the skies, exactly. Little, well, you know, their equivalent of a chihuahua. Right, now I know that this button just takes you to the next civilization that you have. Well, look, I'm just going to go random one of these. Create capitals there in the farthest corners of Earth. Well done, Dolphins. Has this given us anything new? No? Let's just go back and forth, maybe. The inhabitants of Gliathea are now known as the Mark because they are all covered by distinct tattoos. Ah, right. Good stuff. Here we can go. We can go dystopia. That's what we want. Let's do it. The Marked grow to fear their ruthless chieftain. Oh, we definitely need this. Oh, we definitely need this. They're dead in 3,000 years. Let's go. Oh. What the... It went up and then went down? Marked textile artwork represent harmony. Okay. I am shocked and horrified. Do one of these. The nautical age technology let the dolphins gather mineral and biomass resources on all land masses off Earth. Excellent. The resources decrease each time you progress the game. Yeah, but... Yeah, okay. That should be this going down. But because I did plus that, the scarcity... I don't know. Again, there's probably just a there's a disconnect between whatever's going on here. Like... I guess that's 75%, so we are not at full resources. And that's a problem? Okay. Yeah, was that... Oh, that's reduced the casualties. Oh, so we've got to... I'm still looking at that and thinking that it means, for the car, you think? Matthias? The bar is how many beer you have. The plus or minus leaf item and how fast you and your buddies drink them. And population is how many buddies come over. Right. But then... Okay, I would expect if I have a plus one of these, though, that it should go up. But I guess because we've got too many car... Yeah, okay. let's see. We would lose 38%. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Hang on, but the Dolphins also... They're at 25%. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do it on the car, definitely. A plus leaf will increase the bar, but slow its shrinkage. Right. But yeah, there's obviously things going on between the number of people we've got and that as well that isn't immediately obvious from the UI. Yeah, I think we do this. Marked club wielders lay down their stow clubs and abandon the art of war. Blank evolution event. Please tell me it's Ryko. Yes, it's Ryko. Sapient life finally evolved. All right, what are we going to get now? We've got sword-wielding pirate dolphins and lapdog-holding psychotic tattooed murder birds. A life form on Ryko 7 is starting to make simple tools and develop a rudimentary language, but which species will it be? Oh, that's right, we get to choose it. We get to choose what it's going to be. So, balanced is the Esh, a rational species of furry fish creatures with a very complex swarm behavior. Standard is the Kular, aggressive humanoid pig creatures wandering the ice plains primarily to compete with others of their kin. And then unbalanced is the Dorloth. What is they? Sentient and resilient plants. They draw under the ice and tramp other organisms for nutrients. So we've got pig species, pig people. We've got furry fish, or we've got sentient plants. I have to go the plants, don't I? We've got birds and dolphins, and now plants. What do you think? You know, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. Don't mind me, I've cracked open a bottle of wine. So, yeah. I'm gonna go the fish. I think. The fish? Even though it's another unbalanced one? What did I pick? The dolphins were the balanced, right? Or were the dolphins standard? I feel like I should do whatever the third one is then. I imagine standard would have been humans, so dolphins were balanced. Okay, so let's go standard. Let's go the pig creatures. I like the idea of a sentient plant, but, you know, let's go a standard one. So they'll basically be our random tests. So the car, we're going to try and get as most dystopian as possible and, you know, as violent as possible. The dolphins are the hippies, and these guys will be somewhere in between, perhaps. So let's see. Alright, you know, we're doing alright. Fair enough. No one's got anything special, really? Okay, what can we do here? We definitely need more of this. We need to save the... They're going to be dead in 2,000 years. There's a question I have. There's a question I have. So, what do you mean 2,000 years? Is there a clock? Is there a date somewhere? Is that just part of... How far does picking something move it on? I don't know, you know, how much does this move things forward? Marked planters establish new resource management methods. Okay. 100-ish years. Okay. So, you know, we're not doing too well here. This could be a disaster because this is what, 30 rounds is what you're telling me? And each time I click on this, it's not really helping. That's why it's going down. I'm putting it up by a couple of hundred years, and then we're moving on by 100 years. Yeah, okay. There we go. That explains what's going on there as well. What do you want, dolphins? What are you doing, dolphins? Oh, enlightenment. Excellent. Celebration of the dead. Death becomes a central part of the culture of the dolphin. It becomes custom to praise the dead, and graveyards grow into places of reverence. Beings are ablaze with the sufferings of sickness and old age, and with no defense against the conflagration of death, the bewildered, seeking refuge in worldly existence, spin round and round like bees trapped in a jar. It's the Lalita Vistara Sutra Buddhist scripture, 3rd century CE. Well, the problem was just dogs. It was the dogs. Because I picked that middle section of the dogs, it destroyed... The dogs are eating everything. Fucking dogs are eating. Dogs be eating up in here. Alright, so we can have lots of utopia. That's probably what we want to do. The dolphins try to lead a kind and inspiring life so they can be celebrated by their progeny after death. Regulars -10. I mean, I've got lots of synthesis. The dead are celebrated in large festivals marked by macabre, mocking symbolism. A deep melancholic understanding about the value of life is also part of the dolphin culture. But again, why would I do that? I'm losing synthesis, and this would be better anyway. Definitely option 1. Death cult dolphins. What would be this one? Death worshipping takes a dark turn when occult fanatics start to murder their fellow dolphins as an offering to dead ancestors. Oh, this doesn't look like a dolphin that would be like that. No, definitely this one. You're right, huh? Utopia. It's what we're aiming for. This is the utopian motherfuckers, so... Here we go. We've even got another plus utopia. The dolphins regarded death as a reward for a life well lived. They focused on leaving a proper legacy, and this stimulated them to lead a good and honest life. At the same time, speaking ill of the dead became unacceptable, which meant that little missteps were never mentioned when remembering a loved one. Interesting, interesting. Soylent Greens is dolphins. Yeah, what would you... Soylent Grey, maybe? I guess humans aren't green, so... What colour would they have picked? Soylent Orange? More utopia. The dolphins created a new style of architecture and redefined the shapes of their constructions. Good on them. Don't really need that. That's a random one. Let's have a look at what Ryko's doing. They've got nothing particularly exciting. Alright. No, we don't want that. We don't want to reduce population. So, you know, I guess as you go on, maybe I do want to reduce population. Because that's going to increase this as well. There's secondary effects on this. I'm sciencing it up. I know there's not that many car and it's risky. 30% will die. So if I reduce this, growth should go down. That won't... I don't know if that will directly go down. This should go up because there'll be less of them. And it'll give extra synthesis. Okay. Oh, I think I'd forgotten that. So my negative ones give you synthesis. Okay. But then this will go up percentage because... Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Let's just see. Yeah. No. It just slightly reduced the growth. So then we moved on a bit. Didn't really help that. Well, that got better because there were more car. I think we actually need to reduce the car population growth significantly because they're going to run out of food. They're running out of food. Okay. Well, we do want that. Actually, that would be good. Did that increase growth as well? I thought it said 12 before. Alright, what have the others got? I like that they all have different music. That's pretty cool. Don't want that. Well, could do that. They're not doing too badly. And these guys haven't got any special ones going whatsoever. I think we're going back to this one, and we'll do plus science, or whatever it's called. A remarkable wise person. Yes, we've had remarkable wise people before. I think I want this. I definitely want to reduce their growth. Kills off an entire tribe. I am a benevolent god. Trust me. Okay, so... This is now 24 rounds. I think we need to try and do that. More resource management. We really need to... We need a war. We actually need a war. Oh, that's the Dolphins lookout, Matthias, you know? If these dolphins are going to be all Buddhist, you know, passive resistance and all of this, you know, the fucking murder birds are coming. The murder birds are coming, or the pig people. But you're right, I am trying to you know, I'm trying to protect our dolphin brethren. Well, look, more of this, more of this. We have to try and... We need this growth to go down. We actually need a war. Let this be a war. No, not knowledge. God damn it. They all get smart just as you start wanting them to fight each other. The tribes of the Mark tend to be led by sages and wise folk because their historical knowledge and their connection to spirit in the lands of Gliese are seen as vital qualities. Motivated by a desire to perpetuate the sacred dance of life for many generations beyond their own, these leaders observe, reflect, and make decisions based on experiential wisdom and unwavering intuition. The elders of the many coasts were irritated after the Blue Scale tribe chose to promote their Songwalker as chieftain over the strongest warrior mother. Years later, every second Tiger in the many coats wore blue scales without a single drop of blood having been spilt. Lesh, father mother of Or, Tegan Songwalker, 9,000 years before the Awakening, Tea Garden System. It is a good storytelling game, yeah. The Murder Bird Coalition is starting to form. Yeah, that's what I was attracted to by this game. The idea that just this random stuff can tell really interesting stories that are... Well, we'll see, we'll see. I'm enjoying it. It is what you make of it as well, you know? You know, we call it was because you guys in chat called them the Murder Birds, so they're the Murder Birds now, you know? We're ploughing our own path through this. So, this is the Murder Birds. The wise chieftains persistently lead their people towards harmony, enriching their lives by awakening consciousness and celebrating diversity. With a keen understanding of Mark nature and past events, the wise tribal leaders calmly sidestep the destructive paths that their predecessors may have followed out of fear or uncertainty. Some of the mysterious sages turn out to be utter fakes and are quickly replaced with more practical-minded leaders. To gain the people's trust, subsequent chiefs distance themselves from spiritual practices, thus closing the doors to ancient wisdom. I'm going to do that one. I want that synthesis. And yeah, as you say, there's not much point promoting the birds who are going to try and take over the universe too much, so we'll just get our synthesis. And we'll do this. We've got to try and increase that. And we'll do that. We've got to lower their growth. Sweet. Alright. It'd be nice if we could just get that up to, I don't know, 5,000 years? Another one of these. Let's get their growth. Like, 8% growth is too much. It's just too much. They've reached... What is it? The Bronze Age. Look out, the murder birds are coming. In the Bronze Age, we read all that before. Yes, we did. I don't think that's different. Maybe it was. I didn't check. Maybe they are slightly different. I think they're the same. So, that will be not what we want in terms of things. The Mark apply their newfound knowledge and communication skills to societal improvements in the budding disciplines of medicine, law, and philosophy. It's like they're trying to keep them down. We're trying to keep them down, and they are defiant. Exactly. You know, these murder birds. Do you ever play Mass Effect? I feel like they're the Krogan. I'm doing my best to lower their population growth here because I know if they get out into the universe, yeah, they'll be hell to pay. That'll increase that, but it'll also increase... No, we don't want that. We want this one. It's going to be more war casualties though, but put it into dystopia, that's what we want. Defense becomes increasingly necessary as Mark begin exerting more power over one another and hunting bands evolved into primitive armies. That's right, they're trying. They're trying to be civilized, but it's like, no, become primitive armies, there you go. Go kill each other. Go forth and murder. Holy shit. 90%. Holy crap. Well, we lost 90% of them before. If they survive 2 apocalypses, there'll be nothing to stop them. There'll be nothing to stop them. At all. Even I'm fearing of, you know, I'm scared of them now. Dolphins, you should be worried. We might do that one. Let's just see what Ryko's up to. Yeah. Let's do... That could be quicker. That could be quicker. The transitioning between that. Is there a... How do I even save or quit in this game? Oh, I see. I would quit up here. Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I was going to see if there's a setting for how quickly this moves, but there probably isn't. Let's hope it saves, huh? I mean, I assume it does. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't mind the transitions, but after a while, you just want to get quickly between them. Let's do this one. A remarkable academic is celebrated on Earth. Good on him. Good on him. Oh, they're below 10,000 now. Maybe they need a bit of a boost. Let's just have a look at Rigel first. Rigel? What did I decide? Rigel, like Nigel. Yeah, I'm going to go this one. They're starting to... Oh, I see. So 10,000 years is the full bar. So that says to me that's sort of what you want to keep it at. Possibly. Possibly. All right. The pig people are fairly... Yeah, I've basically forgotten about them. They're just sort of ticking along nicely. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we ignore them. Let's just see how they go. They'll eventually get to different tech ages and presumably have some events. We'll be pushing these guys to dystopia. We'll be pushing the Dolphins to utopia, and the Rygels can deal with themselves, you know? Already had that. Access to anyone on the surface of VSC. Okay. Alright, so that we don't want. That we want. Let's go dystopia. Innate injustice causes suffering and despair. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad. They're trying. Oh, this is Rigel. Oh no, you can't leave them alone. Injustice. Kill the storytellers. Opposed to progress in their society, some Kular reactionaries take to extreme measures. They start murdering storytellers all over Rigel 7 because of their supposed corrupting influence on the chieftains of the Kular tribes. Will someone put an end to this slaughter? Great shame on those who dare to harm a single scale of a spirit whisperer. In times of war or in times of peace, it is never allowed to spill the blood of the most sacred among us. Lesh, father, mother of all, Tegan Songwalker. How dare you? The Kular. They are the Kular. So, the Kular are shocked by the killing of their storytellers. The tribes of Rigel stamp out the murderers with full force of their club wielders. Sounds good. This would be dystopia, and that would be massive dystopia. No, I'm going to just go prevention. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Trying to keep them in the middle. That's sort of what we decided, right? So this would not be keeping them in the middle. Plus, I'm not a big fan of killing storytellers. So calm yourself down, Kular. Put the clubs away and stop trying to kill each other. During the Stone Age, extreme Kular tried to kill as many storytellers as they could, but the tribes used the full force of their club wielders to protect them and punish the murderers. The average bacon people. Yes, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're going to do, Meg. Well, we're going to try to. I know I said I was doing that certain things with the others, and then I have gone against what I was doing, but you know. Generally utopia for the Dolphins, generally dystopia for the murder birds, generally the middle for the pig people. You know, and hopefully the pig people get to space because, you know, we all want to be able to scream pigs in space at some point. The bacon people. Okay, excellent. They are now the bacon people. Right, don't want growth. Definitely don't want more war casualties. Plus science on these guys, I guess. Yeah. The Dolphins mourn the death of a great academic. Another great academic who also leaves behind an important scientific life work. Don't want to reduce population of the Dolphins. They're all just nothing. Definitely more science. We want them to, you know, they were first. You know, they're our favorite ones. Let's do a random or a question mark, whatever. They grow to fear. Don't know what that gave us. Oh wait, it was a plus one of those before, wasn't it? We needed that. This is going to fuck me up every single time. I just see the negative and I think it's going to go down, right? And god damn it. I gave them some dystopia. Oh good, good, that's what we wanted. So this is a positive. But I actually don't want it. Because of this. This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. Do I want to stop their casualties? Because I feel like maybe we need to reduce their growth at some point. They're going to run out of resources. Oh, I'm going to do it anyway. The thinkers of Earth inspire the Dolphins to live peacefully. I want them to be peaceful. I want them to be the hippies of the galaxy, you know? Should I do this, though? I think I should. I think I should. 16% growth is just madness. It's just madness. Firearms work badly underwater. No, but they've got boats now, you know? They've got boats with water on them. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, the casualties are low, so the utopia lowers the chance for war. It could only be... Yeah, okay, true. Yeah, well, the more we get to that, the more less likely this is going to come into effect. So really, then we need to bring the growth down, because otherwise there's nothing that's going to stop them from... I mean, that's what this game's all about. It's the Fermi Paradox. There must be something that stops civilizations from getting into space. So, you know, this is one of them. There's too many people and they die of resources. Lack of resources. This time pick option 1 for science boost. We have the synthesis to spare for them. Okay. The Dolphins reach the industrial age. Oh, having a nice cigar. It's the industrial age. Are they portal robots? They're portal robots. What were they? Did they have a name? The industrial age. The Dolphins start to study electricity, steam power, and machine manufacturing in the industrial age. Harnessing the power of radio waves might allow them to send signals into outer space, but this civilization could accidentally eradicate itself as weapons develop thrusts forth. Interference with the planet poses a serious threat to the ecosystem that has sustained dolphinity through the ages. I'm not sure if we're... Now imagine boats full of water with the dolphins jumping out to shoot their guns. Absolutely. You know, they've got these big tanks, like, well, not tanks, just something that just supports them, like a bed of water, like a water bed that we would have, but it's just actual water, and they swim in that. And then, you know, they've got little mechanical things that put guns on the edge so they can shoot each other. They're like mini boats, little, you know, boats. How else could it work? Let's hope they're not... We're soon to... Not quite at atomic... Yeah, I assume the next age would be the atomic age. Modern bourgeois society with its relations of production, of exchange, and of property, a society that's conjured up such gigantic means of production and of exchange, is like the sorcerer, who is no longer able to control the powers of the netherworld, whom he has called up by his spells. Karl Marx, German philosopher. On your Marxy. I agree with what you're saying, but it doesn't work. So... yeah, they're probably going to be able to kill each other, you know, World War I style. So, as you say, chemical weapons and trench warfare and tanks and shit. But not quite the ability to destroy themselves completely. So, wisdom. That's going to give us utopia and science, which is good. The age sees an explosion in the dolphin potential for telecommunication via radio waves. Mass-produced goods, including new medicines, could improve the lives of many. Hard work and ingenuity are needed to manage, so I wouldn't want... Well, no, I don't want increased growth, and I don't... Well, yeah, more of that would be okay, and I don't want that, so we're doing wisdom. Yep, we've got the... We've not spent synthesis in about 80 rounds, so... definitely what we want. Beautiful. Let's go. Do we get a little message down the bottom? No? Nothing? Really? Didn't get a message for that one. Yeah, well, this percentage should go up, so it, yeah, it keeps, this bar keeps going faster, I guess. Yes. Alright. Actually, no, that's not... See, this number here is just where the bar's at, but what we're increasing is the speed of it. There's no message for what that. There's no indication of what the actual speed is. So that needs to be added. This shouldn't say 12%. This should say speed of bar is 20% or something. Ah, the bacon people are wily. They're wily. They know, you know, they're catching up quickly. Let's see. That's less casualties. I probably should do that because it's so high. Yeah. So that's decreased to casualties even though it's a plus to that icon. I think I should do it because, yeah, look, it's all fun and games to wipe them out nearly completely once, but to do it twice, that would be, you know, that's much better. It'd be better if it was under 50%, but, you know, and the growth 8% I'm okay with. Less than 7% would be my preferable growth. That's not what we want. Okay, let's have a look at the others. Yeah. Yeah. We want, look, let's not, it's like watching you don't watch the F1 for the racing, you watch it for the accidents. We want to see the murder birds take on the Dolphins at some point. You know, the Dolphins in their little tanks, like literal water tanks, not tanks, but little water tanks, you know? We want to see them taking on the bird people while the pig people just, you know, third party and come in and clean up right at the end. That's what's going to happen. The pig people are going to win by just doing nothing. I guess we do a random one then. Massive flood drowns many... Oh, good. This... Well, no. Yeah, that brought the growth down. Excellent. The growth is now where we want it. Giant armored fish bowled. Absolutely. On treads. Yes. Yes. I like that idea. Someone draw that. The great goldfish. They've got little goldfish armies as well in their little aquariums. So really, we've got nothing? Nothing on any of them? All right. What about in the galaxy view? Is there anywhere to click elsewhere? No. Okay. What about... Is that going to be Trappist? It was Trappist. I thought it might have been Earth, but it wasn't. Alright. Now we go see if anything's changed. Alright. We can reduce their growth. I'm kind of okay where the growth is, to be honest. Kind of okay with it. Alright. They're all nothing specific. So are they. Let's... No, we said we're going to ignore Ryko. Rygel's going to do themselves. Do whatever they need to do. I don't want to reduce the growth, so let's just do a random. An influential mark leader rises to power. So that was a... Is that one of them? That was a science. There are no resource bubbles on the boat. Well, not yet so far, but I'm beginning to feel like, I don't know, the more you click the random ones, the more you'll get the specific ones. So, and I haven't been clicking on anything at Ryko, so, but I don't know if that's the case. It could just be pure randomness. Phalanx formation. The marked Martian fighters won after mastering the Phalanx formation. The battlefield is filled with rectangular formations of disciplined heavy infantry troops brandishing shields and spears. He is a man who keeps his post in the ranks and steadily faces the swift wound the spear may plough. Euripides, Greek tragedian. Tragedian? I've never heard of that. I guess he wrote tragedies. 5th century, before the Common Era. Murder Romans. Murder Roman birds. Well, the eagle was the symbol of the Romans. So. The tactic is quickly countered by using light troops to outflank the slow march of the phalanx, making its use obsolete. Is that really what happened in the real world? This is going to increase war casualties. Basic forms of the phalanx formation bolster the fighting strength of the marked. It's just prevention. What's the point of making this worse for no gain? This is going to cost me synthesis, and this isn't going to do anything. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. We're in agreement. Let's just... That was kind of a non-event, really. We definitely need this. A depleted asteroid crater. Oh, excellent. Do another one. Excellent. The Cular. The Cular. I've forgotten about the pig people. I've forgotten about them. They've reached the Bronze Age all by themselves. Yeah, that's the same message as the other ones. It just says Cular instead of car or dolphins. So we want to stay neutral as much as possible, I guess. That's going to increase growth and resource use. Or decrease resource use, actually. I guess given we said we want to keep them neutral, it has to be this one. The bacon people. They're coming forward. Even though... I mean, I don't like that. Alright, cool. That's fine. But it's what we have to do. That's the rules. We're keeping them in the middle. We're keeping it in the middle. The other two pushed us on either side, so... And now we ignore them again until they decide that they need our help. That's going to be dystopia. That's what we want. Innate injustice causes suffering and despair. They're really the emo Roman murder birds with their Chihuahua lapdogs. They've really made a name for themselves in the pantheon of weird creatures. Alright, and we haven't got a specific thing for anyone. So what's this? Trappist or Dolphins? Trappist or Dolphins? Let's go there. It's Trappist. The thing is, Trappist isn't ever going to go anywhere because I don't think you could... It's a tidally locked. How could you evolve on a tidally locked planet? You keep making their life worse, kind of expect it. True, true. I mean... You say worse. I say I'm forging them in the fires of suffering. They've got character. They've got their own style. You know, character comes from, struggle. So, you know. We're actually 1 star on the Dolphins now. I don't know what the stars mean, but I guess that's just what... Don't know. So, the Dolphins feel like that they've never made contact with other civilizations, but they do have knowledge of alien life forms? Little science, you think? Oh. Well, it's not an option right now. It's not an option right now. I think we reduce their growth even more because they're still running out of food pretty soon. Army of spear fighters. We'll consider that. I'll see if they're good. If they're good, maybe I'll consider some science for them. You know, we do want them to get out into the cosmos and start murdering everyone. So, oh, did I say that? No. We want them to be peaceful and get on with everyone. Let's do a random. Agricultural exploitation by Mark exhausted a large asteroid crater. I don't know what that did, but it did something. Don't want that. Don't want that. I've been pushing science quite often on the Dolphins, so again, there's no indication of what the current science rate is. Just this should be the rate, not this is just a repetition of this. Hello, Arcanol Madness. Welcome. Yes, we've got Dolphins. We're just calling them Dolphins. We haven't come up with a clever name for them yet, but these are the bacon people. These are the bacon people of Rigel. And really, the stars of our story today are... They were called the car, but now they're called covered in tattoos, so they're called the mark. They're murder birds covered in tattoos. They carry little purses with chihuahuas in them. And they're psychopaths. They're going to destroy the whole... they're going to destroy everyone. Well, that's what we're hoping, anyway. But the Dolphins are just the Dolphins. They're our cute little... We're trying to make them a utopia, so... Look, there doesn't seem to be anything to click on particularly useful for any of them. Nothing out here, no. This one has a random question mark one. Yeah, let's go. Agricultural exploitation. Again, with the asteroids. They have survived... Well, you know, they did survive a asteroid impact that killed... There were 3.7 million, and it was only 100,000 after that. They've suffered immensely. Immensely. You have to feel sorry for them a little bit, really. Get over here. What's going on? What's going on? You know something I didn't check? Is my camera in a good enough spot for this game? I guess it's better than anywhere else. We're probably missing a bit of this text here, but that's... What can we do? What can we do? Where would the camera be better? Up here, maybe? Let's have a look around. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should be up here. You try and wipe them out, but they come right back. Let's do this random one. The Mark created a mournful epos about the time were fire. About the time were fire from the sky. About the time that fire from the sky burned most of Gilead. Yes, they're still talking about that fucking asteroid. Come on. Yeah, look, it's yeah. I don't know if you can. You can try and influence things, but it depends on what comes up. You get 3 random little bubbles for each planet, and sometimes it's what you want, sometimes it isn't. Sol is sending signals into space. Something's echoing here. Space, 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 space. Dolphin jazz music. A unique musical style emerges on Earth, characterized by conceptual boundary shattering and improvisation. Jazz paints harmonies with more than just the primary colors, but especially mood indigo. Open to intuition instead of following rules, musicians of this genre boldly express their spiritual energy with cathartic squiddly bebops and heidi-dos. Heidi-hos. These soulful vibes may even influence alien musical theatre someday. Jazz hands! You can be up to your boobies in white satin with gardenias in your hair and no sugarcane for miles, but you can still be working on a plantation. Billie Holiday, American jazz musician. Dolphin wanted to make friends. Yeah, so the Dolphins were trying to make them, you know, as peaceful as possible. And yeah, they like jazz apparently. Yeah, well, I'm wondering if the car are going to produce something else that isn't jazz. That whole section was very what was that game? Disco Elysium. Felt like I was playing Disco Elysium again. So let's see. What the fuck's this? Signals. The intercultural blending of traditions and styles in jazz music weaves together different groups of dolphins in the harmonious groove. Space is the place for the futuristic sound of ancient history. Born out of minority ethnic communities, jazz music is re-recorded by mainstream artists, but commercial retellings of another culture's story are usually a bit sharp on the blue notes. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. And then silence. With its jarring, dissonant composition and association with illicit activities and exclusive side street clubs, jazz music is prohibited from the airways. I think this one, but let's see what Magnus, everyone else has to say. It might be interesting to select the 3 boosts, make one system to contact each other. Right. Right, so this... Yeah, okay. Well, look, I'm going signal boost. I've got plenty of synthesis. What else am I spending it on? Certainly don't want to go silence. You know, the Dolphins are... They're happy. They want to meet other people. They don't know that the murder birds are out there. They don't know that. They don't know the murder birds are going to kill them. But this is, you know, this is how they meet the murder birds. You know, maybe they'll meet the bacon people first somehow. Alright, so this is... Right. So, this is now this, I guess, how far the signal goes. And every time we have an option to increase that icon, whatever it is, radio icon. Oh, it's going to take forever to get over here. Will we get to... They'll get to the peaks first. No, I think that... No, the murder birds are closer. The murder birds are closer. I think regular signals towards one signal get boosted everywhere. Definitely either or, because wonder if anything later on. Plus, will be fun to see start being able to direct. It takes time. Yeah, okay. Oh, maybe it just moves, you know, as radio waves would move. Okay, got it, got it. But yeah, they would need to intercept it. Okay, understood. I did watch one video of the game. Well, no, there was an intro video, which was the same one that was on Steam. It seemed to suggest that. It showed a thing where the radio signals were getting further and further away. Do we want to boost this? Maybe. Maybe. We don't want them to die off. Well, but yeah. Yeah, I'm glad the growth is low, but we're still running out of resources. Yeah, look, we don't want them to die. We don't want them to die out. I know that they're violent, but hey, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't need any more fucking murder birds. We don't need any more murder birds. We haven't had a war since right back at the beginning of the game. We had a war in 5 rounds. The Dolphins tried to kill each other. We haven't had a war since. Yeah, no, we don't want any more murder birds out in the world. Like I said, they're basically the Krogan for Mass Effect. We love them, but yeah, let's not have billions of them forcing their way into the galaxy. Alright, we ignore Ryko. Oh, here we go, we'll do this one. We'll do this one. They grow to fear their ruthless leader. Fair enough. Fair enough. Be nice if we could not have this same bit of music, or if that's what you want to call it, over and over again. Oh, I didn't read this. The Jazz Age has a liberating effect on the Dolphins, influencing their language and fashion and promoting intercultural dancing. As jazzy radio signals of cosmic realness wafted out in all directions, the hypnotic style continued to morph back on Earth, from free jazz to polyrhythmic math problems. So, those of you played the demo, or you've watched some videos of it, how long would an average game last, do you think? You know, we've been going 2.5 hours. Usually I only stream for 2 hours or so, but I want to keep going here for now. But I'm just curious, you know, can you finish a session in, I was time limited, so you didn't get to go very far? What was the time limit on the demo? Could you finish a session? Like, could you get to an end screen in the demo time? Because it's looking to me like we're 1 star, we're probably about a third of it. So probably, I was going to say, yeah, okay, that's 6. I was going to say it's probably 6 hours to get if you go fast. All right. Tea Garden, I haven't. We tried boosting Tea Garden for a while there, and nothing happened. Oh, okay, okay. So 5 to 10 hours. Look, I'll tell you what. We'll aim for 3 hours. We'll aim for 3 hours. Oh, I pressed the wrong button there. So hang on. While we're here, I wanted to see if there was any way of... There isn't. Any way of... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we found a bug. I'm stuck in the set... Oh, back. There we go. Oh, well, let's read this. You are the galactic gardener, and your goal is to advance all species in the galaxy. If one species perishes, it will be harder for the others to reach ascension or unity. Also, if one civilization becomes too dominant, they might start to enslave or destroy all the others. Well, okay, that's not a bad thing if the murder birds want to kill everyone or enslave them. Collect neutral flares to generate synthesis. Some event decisions... I should have read this fucking 2 hours ago. Some event decisions will consume synthesis. Collecting positive flares will improve a society or starship. Or starship? Okay, okay. Collecting negative flares will diminish a society or starship. As a trade-off, the negative flares will generate additional synthesis. Yeah, no, there's no graphic settings, there's no speed of transition settings. Okay, cool. Click on a planet or starship to go to the overview menu. I've understood all of that. So events. Start an event with the event button. Use the continue button to go through the event and finalize your choice. The back button returns to the event description. Events change the path of civilizations. You always have to choose between 3 options. An optimal result sometimes consumes synthesis. If you choose the same option repeatedly, the synthesis cost may change. Okay, may change. And then you've got construct. Okay, so that is not the icon we had. We had a different icon, but that's the radio icon then. Total extinction. Less harm. Better ethics. More research. Less population growth. This is a mess. Oh, I see. Now, these are the pluses, these are the minuses. So, more harm potential, worth ethics, less research. Okay. So, the tutorial did say you could go to the menu, but to be honest, I was pressing escape before. That didn't take me to the menu, so I wasn't sure how you get to the menu. I just clicked that X up there because I was trying to get out of the screen I was in, and it took me to the menu, so that needs to be fixed. Some choices can trigger follow-up events depending on the ethics or harm value of the affected society. If you let your aliens become cruel, they'll be more likely to do cruel things in the future. Okay. When the research bar reaches 100%, the society reaches new technology. So these, okay, modern era, interstellar era. Right, so I've just finished the ancient era. This society doesn't have the technology to leave the planet or communicate. Radio signals can be sent into space. Limited space travel is possible. And technology is capable of destroying all life. Space travel becomes faster with each age, but technology can turn against its creators. Understood. And then radio signals. Industrial societies can send out signals. Speed of light. After many years, these signals reach other stars. If a society has reached the nuclear age, they will be able to receive radio signals. This will trigger a special event. Ooh. After the nuclear age, a society can build starships, but it's much more likely in the solar age or higher. Starship will travel to another star and either try to make contact with inhabitants or build a colony on an inhabited... Okay, fair enough. Alright, I'm glad I found that. Let's continue. Let's continue. Wonder if harm potential flips to harm to others when they meet other species. Interesting. Good question. Who knows? Again, not well explained. So, the music is gone and all we've got is this repeating radio signal noise. I wonder if that'll go away eventually, I hope. They've got no special things to click on. Might as well do one of these. Yeah, see, they gave me 6 synthesis. An influential marked leader rises to power. Don't know what else that did though. That's bad. That's good. Oh, well, we did say if we got some science for the murder birds, we would give them some science. Here you go, murder birds. Don't say I never did nothing for you. The knowledge of a remarkable sage is embedded into sophisticated tattoos that are popular among the Arct. I like that. I like that that's continuing on. It remembers that, you know, we did the tattoo event and now that's affected everything. That's really cool. We want them on the dystopia side. Innate injustice and suffering again. Kind of happy with their growth, to be perfectly honest. Or am I? Have we got enough car? I think we do. Let's see what happens if we get to like 0 growth. Oh, growth went down by itself as well. Shall we do them a favor and reduce their war casualties as well? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, put your spears down. Put your spears down, you violent people. Here we go. Development event. A great war. Here we go. Oh, it's a good thing I just produced that, right? A great war threatens Gliese. Invasion of the Horde. Barbarian tribes of the Mark rally together, forming a huge army of riders. The momentum from this fearsome horde sparks an age of conquest and bloodshed. The barbarian nation of the Huns became so great that more than 100 cities were captured, and there were so many murders and bloodlettings that the dead could not be numbered. Callinicus, 4th century. Interesting. So, we could have peace, and that'll cost us the first realm surrender peacefully to the Horde and embrace their leaders as kings. The Horde settle down, abandoning their barbarian ways. Invasion of the Horde. Invasion of the Horde costs many lives among the marked. That'll be 800,000 casualties. Shite. Oh, this is the end of the car. After smashing down every kingdom, the Horde turns against itself. The rider tribes fragment into smaller armies, fighting each other incessantly. The deployment of countless river poisonings destroy all Car and their entire environment. Look, we need them. We need them to survive, so we can't do that. We can't do that. But in saying that, what's this going to do? That's going to be more war casualties, more into dystopia. That's what we want. That's bad. That's good. Do I want to spend 20? No, they're our murder birds. No, no, we've got to see how the dolphins take on. No, we've been trying to keep them alive. We've done everything to fuck them up, but not kill them. I did some science. I don't want their growth though. They're going to run out of food if I do their growth. I'm going to do this one. Their war casualties will go up. We'll further into dystopia, which is what we want. That's not good because we're already pretty bad. But growth will go down, and I'm trying to science what happens if you get to 0% growth. Does it go negative? It does go negative. Very negative, in fact. Very negative, in fact. Well, that's going to help scarcity, surely. Alright, we're going to need to keep an eye on these guys. We're going to have to manage them carefully. Very carefully. Alright, Dolphins, what do you got up? You've got nothing. You've got nothing of any interest. Yeah, okay. Alright, no one has anything of any interest. Let's... We never managed to get Tau to pop off, huh? Let's... New mountain range. There you go. Oh, now Wormwood. What's going on, Wormwood? What's going on, Wormwood? I wonder if there's any... Nah. We're just going to stick with the guys we've got. We'll stick with the guys we've got. Nuclear age in 7%. That's no good. They're going to wipe themselves out. I mean, I know they're peaceful and all. But can you really trust dolphins with nuclear weapons? How do you get them in their little water tanks? Ryko we're ignoring. They can take care of themselves. Oh, here we go. What have we got? What is going on? Is that a plus? Oh, it is a plus. I see. It is a plus. Well, we want more dystopia. Did the car go to war? Yes, they did. And I could have wiped them out completely and got some synthesis. Ark in chat was very keen on that, but you know, we did say we're going to try and keep them around. I chose the middle option, which took us to minus growth now, which I'm not a bad of because we're still running out of food. We do. That's what Ferris was saying. We need to get them some more tech and maybe some more people. Look, I'm going dystopia here. Invasion of the Horde causes suffering and despair among the Mark. Well, yeah, that was the war. That was the war. Bring on the dystopia. Nothing special. Alright, I guess we just focus on the... That's exactly what Ferris said, and yeah, I'll try. I can try that, but it's... Yeah, they're not giving me the option. Industrial production yes. We're now on to nuclear. Here we go. The Dolphins can wipe themselves out at any given moment now. They've reached the nuclear age. When rocket technology begins to take off, the race for space dominance among the emerging superpowers of Earth is on. The threat of dolphin extinction looms over ever heavier on the horizon as they delve into the secrets of the atom. Meanwhile, in suburbia, the masses are unsure whether to be frightened or excited about the social upheaval about to shake up their notions of sexuality, drug use, and civil rights. Also, rock and roll could become a thing. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Robert Oppenheimer. Robert Oppenheimer. Creator of the nuclear bomb. Well, co-creator, really. Yeah, they have never grown slowly decline. Look, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. Can't do that. Can't do wisdom. I'm one synthesis short. This would be... interesting. Well, we can't pick this one. Our rules are utopia only, so it has to be advancement. The Dolphins could achieve the dream of space travel in this age. With superhighways now connecting most cities, it might also be a good time to think about reducing fossil fuel consumption. Well, yeah, you do that, Dolphins. What are you burning coal for anyway in your water tanks, huh? What are you doing? Oh, we're good. We're good for food. We're good for resources. What can we do for you? You're not giving me anything, but that's because I don't ever click on anything. Okay. Probably need to do that. Because we're very close to 100%. Next war could end them. Yeah, but the good thing about the Dolphins is they're not going to use their tech level for evil. So that's not a bad thing. I don't mind that, you know, I'm hoping that they'll be technologically advanced enough to deal with the murder birds when they arrive. But we'll see, we'll see. Let's do that. Reduce the casualties a bit. Here we go, we do need this. You know, positive growth, but not much growth would be good. Another one of those would be good. Another one of those would be fantastic. Don't want that, don't want that. Alright. Have a look at the others. The problem is, with the car, they don't have many resources, so that's a problem. That's a real problem. So I'm not particularly concerned about a small negative growth, because then at least the resources will last longer. We've got to get them to murdering the whole galaxy state. Not that that was my goal. Not that that was my goal with these people, but... yeah, something less than 7%, but positive. You know, like 0% would be great, but I don't think we'd be able to do that. Let's... I don't know, let's see if we can somehow get Tau to pop off. Oh. Or they could just go extinct. Good work, Tau Seti, whatever you were. Going extinct. How dare they? How dare they? I'm outraged. No one's got any, specific things. Here we go. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Oh! Oh! 0% growth. I just said that could possibly not be possible. But it's possible. Don't say it's not possible to get 0% growth. We're leaving it there if we can. If we can. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, their casualties are still pretty high. Get that down a bit. Beautiful. Let's just leave them there. If we can get this to go up, that would be good. What do you want, Kular? No one cares. No one cares. Oh no, everyone's dying. Why? Why? Volcanic catastrophe. A series of massive volcanic eruptions threaten the existence of the Kular. Like the meteorite, the asteroid with the car. Poisonous aerosols enter the food chain and atmospheric dust causes drastic climate disturbances. In the darkness you could hear the crying of women, the wailing of infants and the shouting of men. Some prayed for help, others wished for death. But still more imagined that there were no gods left and that the universe was plunged into eternal darkness. Pliny the Younger, survivor of Pompeii, 1st century. It's time for some burned bacon. Let's see, I could pay 10 and they survive it. The Kular instinctively settled far away from volcanic environments and are able to adapt quickly to the effects of climate disturbance. Minimal survivors. The eruptions destroy most settlements and many Kular perished in the after effects. In some corners of the planet, 4.5 million dead. The Kular, they're not the murder people. We're not testing them by suffering. We're not killing them off for a bit of this. We're going to save them. We're going to save them. Neither of these have anything to do with dystopia, utopia, so... get saved, nerds. Get saved. I am a magnanimous god. Oh, you better be thankful. You better be thankful. Alright, enough with the music. Enough with the music. Move on. Bacon and Vulture could both get flame decals as a cultural mark. Yes, well, that maybe if I'd picked that same option there, that was the same option with the murder birds that I killed 3.5 of 3.6 million of them with the asteroid. Yeah, they would have had something in common. The pig people, the bacon people, and the murder birds would have teamed up against our poor, hapless, peaceful dolphins, and that would have been the end of it. That would have been the end of it. Alright, there's no specific ones for any of them. See if we can do something on Tau Ceti. Generations of dead organisms turn to fossil fuels deep in the crust of Tau Ceti 3. Hooray? Hooray question mark? Oh, alright, so do I want dystopia for the murder birds? Or science to get them up there? I'm gonna go science. Yeah, I'm gonna go science. We need this percentage to be rising a bit quicker. Don't want growth. Don't want that. Don't want any of that. Jesus Christ, Stanley Kubrick, with the music. Get off the... I think the organist fell asleep at the organ. Alright, we don't click on them. We'll just have to go a random event here. Mourn the death of a beloved leader. I think that's science, isn't it? Don't want that. Don't want that. That's neither here nor there. Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree. I'm just looking for good ones. Alright, so we're going to have to... I'm just going to go neutral ones here. Give me that. That's dystopia. I definitely want that. There we go. Got a nice bit of synthesis for that. Don't want that. Don't want to mess with their science. At the moment, yeah, but you know, if I keep picking the wrong things on the things, I mean, is 60 the limit? It could go to 80, it could go to 100, you know? But, you know, at the moment, the highest we've seen is 60. So, we've never had a specific one with Ryko. I've never clicked on a neutral one on Ryko, so that's what it is. You have to click on neutral ones to be able to get specific ones to pop up, I think. I think that makes sense. Do I want to wreck their science? No, I don't want to wreck their science. Let's go this one. Didn't give us any synthesis. The Mark find a new form of tattoos to cover their entire bodies with. Dude, guys, you're already covered in tattoos. I gave me +2? Okay. I was looking down there. I didn't think it did. Yeah, nothing. Never. We never get anything. Alright, we'll have to do a neutral one on Sol. The Dolphins are able to support large residential areas with large amounts of energy. Awesome. Yeah, I think if you keep picking the same option over and over again, it's going to keep going up and up and up. It could probably be, you know, infinite, really. Marked, what's happened to you? Growth. Excellent. We don't want growth. It's exactly what we don't want. I want to keep them at the same level. The Marked have formed a growing cult around a deity of love, lust and fertility. The followers of the goddess wander the lands and erect shrines and temples to her. So now we've got horny murder birds with their chihuahuas. Golden Aphrodite, who stirs up sweet passion in the gods and subdues the tribes of mortal men. There is nothing among the blessed gods or among mortal men that has escaped Aphrodite. Homer. Lust gods. Yeah, I guess. Well, they're not happy that I've put them at 0% growth. Look at this. I don't want 0%. I want to keep them at 0%. They haven't got any resources. The Mark become completely devoted to the love deity. The cult dominates daily life and rules society. Tattooed, horny murder birds with chihuahuas. Yeah, I think I will go dead end. We'll see what it says. The religion of love goddess lets the Mark population grow and prosper. Dead end, give me the synthesis. The leaders are disgusted by the cult's activities and ban all mention of the love deity. That sounds like our murder birds. You'd be disgusted about it. Give me that 12 synthesis. Love it. Love it. Go the murder birds. Go the... Well, they're no longer. We chose not to have them... The murder birds with their chihuahuas and their tattoos worship the love goddess. Yep, they're in horny jail now. Unfortunately, they're back to their violent ways. and back in horny jail. We can't, we've got to keep them focused. We've got to keep them focused on their, you know, their murdering ways. Alright, we've got absolutely no specific things anywhere. None allowed. Get them out of here. No fucking for you, murder birds. I don't know. Is that Tau again? Tau 33? Who knows? Maybe Tau will finally give us another species eventually. They'll be pretty late. They'll be pretty late to the party by this stage, I think. I don't know why I keep looking at this. I feel like, you know, maybe eventually they'll give me an actual thing. Do we want to do this? Yeah, that's a positive. That's a positive. Get there. We don't want them all to die if they go for a war. Ditto, let's do it again. Lay down your arms. Fuck it, let's do it again. Live peacefully. Okay. Don't want that. Possibly want that. If they could. They've survived two, well, at least one major random event. The murder birds are going to invade with clubs and sticks when they will have laser robots, but, you know, the murder birds are wily. They're wily. Yeah, I think we're going to go science here. We don't want the clubs and sticks versus the laser robots. Although, do we? We kind of do. Yeah. Look, they were down to 100,000. We got them back up to over 1 million. Actually, we got them back up to like 3 million or something, and then we lost them, and then we had a negative growth for a while. Aquatic laser robots with flying sticks. Yeah, look. You know, you just the Dolphins won't. They're not used to war. You know, they don't know how to use their laser robots. Meanwhile, the car here, the marked. They know how to use it. They know how to get shit done when it comes to war. When it comes to war, they can make sticks work. We need to get some more stuff here. The nuclear age technology that the Dolphins harvest the radioactive resources and fossil fuels in the oceans of Earth. Meanwhile, the marked have something to say. They've reached the Iron Age. It's not sticks anymore. It's laser robots, aquatic laser robots versus swords. Oh, they definitely. Well, we need to get them to the same. You know, we need to be able to reach the point where they can get their radio signals and decide. Oh, we need to go kill those dolphins. Empires and trading states rise to. I've already read that with the other one. Let's go. Let's go. Iron Age for the murder birds. Don't want that. Or do we want that? Not really. I don't want to give them utopia. They don't deserve utopia. We can't. The rule, you know, we're dystopiaing this, guys. We're dystopiaing them. That would be good. More science would be good, but I don't want to go towards utopia. They don't deserve it. We need them to suffer. We need them to suffer miserably. Don't want that. Do want that, but although we're doing better now. We were 2,000 years, so we're 4,000 years now. I'm going to have to do this one. In epic dynasty wars, marked iterate siege weaponry against the well-fortified castles of their foes. The birds eventually want to kill their gods. It's your fault. Look. You give me the authority, I'll take the responsibility. Absolutely. If these guys murder everyone or go extinct because they try to murder everyone, all on me, mate. All on me. We're doing this one. Heading towards dystopia. More casual. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Why was it a 200% increase? Oh well. Oh well. Car, you've got one job. Don't go to war. If they go to war, that's right. They have to invent people to get killed. And they're going to have to fudge the statistics. More than every sword kills two of themselves. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Like 20% growth is ridiculous. 20%, but I will do this. Hang on, let's see what everyone else has got. These should still be, I check it every time. I'm just, yep, definitely doesn't change. So definitely you have to do neutral ones for it to start giving you. And catapults. That's how good at war they are. Well, look, you know, they're still involved in the love cult. They're still, you know, they're still whatever it was, Aphrodite and all of that. But it's in order so that while they're fighting, they can produce another child to die. Every time you kill one, you kill two. There you go. That's how it works. Let's do this. Less war casualties. The Dolphins, if they go to war, won't even make a dent in their fucking population. Dolphin motorized infantry lay down their automatic rifles and abandon the art of war. Good on you, Dolphins. Don't want that. Don't want that. Oh, these poor Dolphins. They're going to get fucking destroyed. They're going to get destroyed. These... Well, that is hilarious. We need to... okay, that was good. That was better than nothing. That was better than nothing. Oh, what do the Dolphins want? What's happened, Dolphins? We're building spaceships. Spaceships. Dolphin spaceships. Water in space. Fearing nuclear confrontation between hostile factions on Earth, the Dolphins construct a spaceship prototype to send their best and brightest to the stars. The preservation of the species may depend on the crew of the Ark ship. And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. But with thee I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives, and thee, with thee. Genesis, the Bible. Space Dolphins. Well, we wanted the pigs to get to space, so we could do space, or pigs in space. Might want to try and load them. Yes, if I get that option, I will definitely do that. We've got the first spaceship, so we can do -60, which we've got. We've got signs of an immediate nuclear conflict trigger multiple Ark projects. A race between the factions to build the biggest Ark ships commences. They travel as a fleet and move towards the Trappist system. Why would you go there? One Ark ship is completed and the crew begins a centuries-long flight towards the Trappist Century system, with those on board hoping for a better and safer future. Or dead end. No, we're going to have to go Epic Project, I think. Epic Project. Epic Project. Yeah, that's a lot of synthesis, but yeah, we want these Dolphins to get out there and start trying to make friends with the people who are going to murder them. Do it. What's going on? Oh, this is... Oh, look at the Dolphin! The Dolphin's got his fucking VR suit on. He's ready to go into space? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Alright guys, on that note, that's where we're going to leave it for today. I cannot possibly not end it with the Dolphin looking like that. Look at him. Look at him. Just look at him. Or her. Or her. I'm sorry to assume your gender, my dear Dolphin friend. Where's his snout? Where's it? It's gone. Did they just evolve not having snouts anymore? Look, hey, that's really good. I'm going to play that again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Definitely enjoying this. Glad I got it. Glad I got it. It needs some work, but enjoying it nonetheless. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for lurking if you lurked. Thanks for chatting if you chatted. Thank you very much. Thank you, Magtius, for the Prime sub, and also for the sub for my mother. That's so kind of you. I really appreciate it. And the biddies. You're very kind. I appreciate it immensely. Thank you to all the follows as well. Thank you for hanging out. I love you all. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.